I said your dad looks like the guy from Narcos.
Oh, Escobar? Yeah, I've heard that plenty of times too.
Like, it didn't say anything.
No, I know. Steele's favorite is Mob Boss.
Okay, we're starting. Shut the fuck up.
Are we?
We're gonna start right now. We're rolling a D3.
Oh, right now.
Brassica reporting for duty.
Excellent.
Thanks.
It looks like it's team good. We're starting off strong. Okay. Click this.
Hello.
So we've got the one person that we freed who's annoyed with me, and I'm carrying the unconscious and barely alive lady.
Yes, so...
Okay. Am I to understand Brassica is not on Team Good?
No,
sounds like a typical game for us.
No, Fern Lady. I'm afraid you're not.
So, we have...
Just means we have more to prove, don't worry.
The three new friends, or the three strangers who were roped together at the Beschwipsakata by Kelmore. Currently, you are in a back alley. Lauman, you are holding an oddly shifting woman in your arms. There is a average height man looking a little beaten up, standing next to the two of you, standing at the foot of the alleyway, looking to left and right to see if you're not being tracked by legionnaires. Arion, lead, and sheet covered carbuncle are both there, or are all there as well. As you turn to look at the guy who is currently looking down the street, you hear... Let's roll a little perception check from our friends, the Legionnaires. See if they've noticed that their charges are missing. We'll give them a -5 for the heavy rain.
I like the game.
Yeah.
You can have sex in that game.
Okay. -5 for the heavy rain.
Reason enough, I'll buy it.
Oh, Grand Theft Auto, the only way to regain health?
Yeah. I thought it was a mini game. You can't do that in the new ones.
Shows my age.
So they
I don't know if you regain health in the new ones, but you can still definitely do it.
The coffee house productions or whatever it was. Like the glitch you could do.
Step 1, get fancy car. Step 2, be porn. Step 3, profit.
So,
Step 5, find
you
poker.
hear whistles coming from down the street. You look around, you hear, you all pause for a moment. You pause for a moment, and then you hear the calls of, "Fire! Fire!" And the sound of movement as people run towards the cliffside where a fire is breaking out.
That's not my problem.
It is not. It's actually incredibly lucky for you guys that it happened. They rolled a 0 on their perception
You're
check.
welcome.
Oh shit.
Hey,
I remember.
Hey, Arian.
Arion just kind of looks down and says, "Yes, my little friend. What's up?"
It occurs to me we need to get this guy to where he ought to be as quickly as possible, but I don't know anybody here. I don't know any where any of the medicine people are here to help this poor other person, this other fugitive.
So real quick, are we talking about the bearded man, or are we talking about the lady? The lady, right?
The lady that I've been carting around.
Okay. I thought last session we determined that she was just kind of hydrated and we were gonna...
As far as I know, Arian doesn't know anything about what's going on with her.
Yeah, I think we all did really bad on our heal checks to try to determine what was going on, and none of us have any way to heal her, so...
No.
There are guards over there. We could go ask them.
No, little strange child. We probably should take her to the nearest inn or someplace where we can try to find someone to heal her.
Well, if we take her to an inn, there's a chance that, she is a fugitive. Probably want to go somewhere a little bit more discreet.
As you guys are discussing this, the guy comes back down the alley. All right, looks like the guards are headed off to do investigate like a fire or something.
How far are we from our drop-off point for this guy?
We're like we can get there in 15 minutes if we move quick.
Well, that's a 15 minutes that we know. Maybe we keep an eye out while we go. Read signs on the way.
What are you talking about?
Nothing that you care about.
All right, fair enough. Let's go.
That nice red lady might help us.
The nice what lady?
That red lady.
I don't know. I don't have the money to pay for that sort of thing.
You will be getting 600 gold soon.
Yeah.
Just keep that in your
Yeah,
mind.
but that's
I don't have it right now.
That's my gold.
I don't know. Let's just keep an eye out while we go in case we see something.
Alrighty.
Okay.
So you guys start heading towards your drop-off point.
Arian, would it... I have to forgive me, I've never met one of your people before, but would it be rude to ask if maybe... if she rides on your back, maybe it would look less suspicious? Would that be okay with you?
Arion just kind of looks down and forgives his new friend for not knowing, but he just kind of rears back and says, "Ride me? Excuse me, no, I'm afraid that's probably not, no, see, look, I'll tell you what." He just kind of gets a little closer and he says, you could drape her over my satchel, my back here, but no riding.
Okay.
Yeah,
Would it
so,
be...
Are you a horse?
Would you be... yeah, he's a centaur. Would you be willing to carry her upon your back in order to make it more discreet?
Arion sighs and says, "Okay, but under one condition. Do you know any more good horse puns?"
I actually have a list before.
Oh, fuck, you were prepared. You knew me.
Brassica also has a list, even though we've never met.
Can't wait.
I can.
God, where's my file here? It's hard to talk this quiet. My throat's a little scratchy. Makes me sound a little hoarse.
Arion laughed very loud. His voice booms down the dark and rainy alleyway here. Says, "I like you. I'm so glad we met. Go ahead, throw her over my shoulder there."
You know, given how difficult the journey's been at the tail end here, I'm also really glad to have met a kind heart like yours. And I'll go ahead and drape her onto his back.
Okay. So you drape her across his back, and she doesn't really respond. She's still quiet.
Yeah. And I'll walk right next to in case there's anything like... I don't want her to slide off or anything.
Okay. So you put her on, kind of like keep a hand on her to make sure she doesn't slide off. Led, are you doing anything?
Gonna turn to Carbuncle. Hey, Carbuncle. You think you can help the lady? Can you find a hospital? I want to have Carbuncle sniff around for
Alright, have Carbuncle make a
Smell.
perception roll, I guess.
Perception.
Is he a dog?
He's something.
Carbuncle stuff.
Acts
Does he
like
make
one,
with
doesn't
advantage?
look like one.
Wannabe. It's a wannabe dog.
I don't even know what that means.
Purple goblin.
11, you said. Alright, Carbuncle sniffs around. You see underneath the blanket his ears kind of shift up, perk towards a spot, and then he just shakes his head and pads back down towards you.
Okay. So we'll just follow the nice men.
Alrighty. So you guys, he takes you through some back alleys. He takes you kind of down these shitty, cramped streets, always keeping an eye out for the legionnaires that are, while they're currently busy, he's still very much afraid that they're going to pop out at any moment.
I would also like to take part of my robe and put it over her shoulders so she doesn't look like the prisoner.
Okay.
At least at first glance.
You toss a little bit of your robe over your shoulder. Give me some perception checks. You're looking for people to help.
Oh my god.
Nope. Nowhere
Strong.
nowhere to help. Unfortunately, not a person in sight. But you make your way, and you kind of pad through these back alleys. About 10 minutes, you're soaked. Your clothes are done. Lemon, you've probably never experienced this before. This level of
There's a lot of water.
wet. Yeah, this is kind of new to you. It like squelches down into your boots and it runs through your hair, just rivulets over your face.
I feel like Lauman, if anyone looks him in the face, has got one of those. He's got a subdued version of the kind of traumatized look a cat gets. Does not like this much water.
I think Arion could maybe stop a passerby and have a discussion with them. Maybe ask them if they could help them find like the nearest clinic.
You can make a perception check, but it's really, really late at night now, and it's wet.
I thought you said stomp, not stop. And I was like, oh, that makes sense. He's a centaur.
No, you're gonna find a drunk and he's gonna say, "Oh my god, a talking horse."
You look around for any passersby, and you don't really seem to find any. Like, everyone's kind of staying inside, staying indoors. With 21, you do notice that this guy has somehow managed to find and secret a knife on himself. And he's just kind of got it on his hip.
The guy we're escorting?
Yes.
Do the others notice this? Should I?
Not with a nat 1. They don't. No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lauman has not visibly looked at him at all.
Right.
I've been looking at other things. I haven't even looked at the guy we're escorting at all.
Yeah.
Maybe I should ask him. There's no one around.
Sure.
Do a diplomacy check.
Yeah, go ahead. See if you can try to convince him. Plus 20. Okay. What do you say to him?
Excuse me, sir. We want to know where exactly we're going. We probably need to make a detour and see if we can get this young lady to a clinic somewhere so she can get some help.
And he kind of looks at her. It looks like this is the first time he's noticed her. And he's like, 20. He's like, listen, listen. Okay, we've got to meet up with the burn man as soon as we can. But there's a place that's like kind of on the way. It'll add like a few minutes to our thing. We can go, but it's a little out of the way.
So was she... Oh, wait, no. Okay, so I'm trying to remember, sorry, from our last session. She's also somebody that may be part of our mission, so we probably shouldn't leave her or drop her off somewhere.
No, we were sent to get him specifically, but she was locked up, and when I asked him when I was breaking him out what she was there for, he said she was also there for religion, so I broke her out because I thought that was stupid.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. Okay. I've got nothing further.
Alrighty.
So we'll just take her with us, right?
Like,
And I've been carrying her, and now you're carrying her.
Yeah, okay. If no one says the wiser, then just keep carrying her and we'll take her with us to the burn man.
alright. Okay, fine, whatever. And he takes you the rest of the way. Let's... Hold on. So... let's get some rain on this. And let's drag over the relevant people. Alright, so he takes you to kind of an odd area. It's, so just give me a second. You arrive here.
I got great news.
What? You can see?
Nope.
What about now?
Yeah.
Oh, I
was
can
about
now.
Oh, I can see. Okay. All I had to do was just move my character sheet.
It's very dark.
It is.
Well, I mean, do you not have dark vision?
I mean, I can kind of see a little bit. I guess it's dark.
Arion has a torch. Can Arion pull out his torch?
You're really gonna make me fuck around with the light? Okay. Fine.
Since we're trying not to draw too much attention, I think Lauman would have suggested being sort of a guide to the in the darkness.
Okay.
For the sake of subtlety, and if he saw something alarming, he would let Arya know that it's time to light up. But for now, it's less likely the guards will notice us in the dark.
Are you sure he's not like a Pippin who's like, what about secondsies? And lights a campfire as you're going.
And he would have also assured you guys that he can see quite well in the darkness.
Good plan, little friend.
Yeah.
Puts his torch back down.
So.
Doesn't even light.
Hey, Lao man. Let's gonna
Yes.
tug on your clothes. Can you hold my hand?
Yes, I can
Can't
hold your hand.
see.
Alrighty.
Thank you.
my hand.
So he
For a child?
he takes you to this area that's on the edge of the cliff face. It goes down. These drops are all like a few 100 feet down, and he starts to head along this rain-covered brick path with these waist-high blocks down this walkway.
So, did we get some sort of really basic description or sign or something to look for the Burning Man?
No. You were just told to come to this location.
Okay. And I don't see anybody who looks like their town watch or anything like that here?
You can roll perception.
I suppose I can, but so far I've been rubbish at it.
20?
Alright, there we go.
With a 20, you look around. This area has no town watch. It actually has no one.
Well, I mean, I see 2 people.
Yes. But other than that, it has no one.
Okay. All right. I'll walk closer to the group. Just sort of make some gestures to bring everyone in for a quiet huddle. I don't see anybody who's in the town guard here, but this looks like what was described as the place we're supposed to help this gentleman get to. I do see 2 people further down, and I'll point in their direction. I don't remember how to ping in here.
Hold left click. Oh, actually, you have to click the... There you go. You just did.
There's I see some people over there. It looks like two of them. But they don't look like town guard, and they might be who we're here to meet. They might not. But I don't see any town guard. In case this is a trap, or if this is not quite right, I think maybe now's the time to light up.
Light 'em up.
Okay. Arion pulls his torch out and lights it up.
What's the distance on a torch again?
That is a great question.
Do you even have a torch? Oh, you do. You sneaky fuck.
I'm reading it.
Normal
It says
light in a 20-foot radius.
20-foot
And
radius.
dim light in a 20-foot radius. Oh,
There we go.
Sorry, hold on. Dim 40. There you go.
There we go. Okay.
Oh wait, hold on. I'm just messing with it now because I think it's cool. There you go. Alright,
That's better.
so you light up your torch, and you're in this area. The wind kind of howls in off the cliff. There's you can't hear it all that well, but there's a low murmur of conversation coming from these two.
I want to look to the guy that we're escorting and point to the 2 people that look like there's a little light around them.
That is the guy that you're escorting. He moved
so
up.
He
moved up
taking-
off
You're in
the
it,
alleyway. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then I will have moved up with him since I want to make sure that, if something bad happens, we've got to help this guy, so.
Alrighty.
Liz is still holding your hand.
Carbuncle coming with you.
Oh yeah, we're all together.
Don't let him fall off the edge. He will drop hundreds of feet.
I'm gonna be holding on to Led's hand, so Led is standing on the left side of me.
Okay. So
I don't want this child to tumble down a cliff.
you guys hold your hands close together and walk down this precarious outcropping. The wind.
Led reminds me of your Fallout character.
The wind and the rain making it difficult to keep be too comfortable on here. Arion, are you moving up or are you staying there?
Oh yeah, I'm going with my friends.
Well then move yourself, you fucking dork.
Oh, I didn't know I had to. Collides with the wall. Okay.
There you go. Alright, and you clop up behind them. In front of you, you see your charge whispering with Kelmore, who is kind of rain-soaked and a little kind of annoyed looking. And they've been talking with your friend here.
I would like to have an action ready.
Yep.
If that conversation looks to get aggressive, or I think it might get physical, I want to use my ability to erect a wall between them.
Erect.
Erect, yes.
Okay.
Just like Trump wants to do. Erect a wall.
My personal hero, Trump.
I can make a wall that takes up the entire 5-foot side of a square.
Okay.
So I just figure thematically doing it diagonally, I can just boop 5x5 block it off
Alrighty.
if I think that our guy's gonna get stabbed.
Kelmore still has their rapier, but their hand isn't on it. And they look up. Gentlemen. Wonderful to see you. Sorry, the cold doesn't agree with me all that well. So, same congenial smile, same open posture, same dead eyes. And they look at their friend, whose name I forget. Whose name I forget, because I don't know, I'm not Kelmore.
Steve.
Whose name is Caladrel.
Oh.
Thank you for bringing dear wayward Caladrel home. Much appreciated, gentlemen. Yeah, your payment, of course, 600 gold each. And they don't shove Caladrel aside, but he really squeezes up against the wall as Kelmore comes forward with a bag of gold for each of you.
Well, it was my pleasure. Think nothing of it. And I grab the gold with a smile.
Perfect.
Can you help
As a-
the lady?
Yeah, as I'm reaching for the gold, I'm wondering if maybe you could give us directions to somebody who might be able to do some discreet medical care.
And then Kelmore looks on, sorry, the back of Arion. Kind of looks again.
You seem to be well connected. You might know that.
Where did you find this person?
It's my understanding this is another person who was being persecuted for religious reasons.
Oh, a worshipper. Oh. Tragic, truly. Truly tragic. Hold on a moment. And they move to this door and knock on it a bunch.
They're out the window. You threw off the Emperor's groove.
And then they just kind of move back to standing where they were. Yes, medical care. Well, if I'm to understand it, the burned man's personal surgeon will be here soon. Will be here shortly.
To save us both some time, I'm going to assume that if the request of services of the Burning Man's personal surgeon is granted, it won't be free.
Who can tell? Not me, obviously.
I see. Okay.
And they just kind of stand in the quiet. Caladrel still pressed up against the wall. Some time passes, about 2 minutes, and then you hear movement from this building.
Hi, Dara.
I would ask
Thanks for the cameo,
while we
Tara.
were waiting if Kelmore would prefer we put the torch out or not, or if it doesn't matter if we're far enough off the beaten path.
There is no one here. Do not worry.
Okay.
And then, yeah, those 2 minutes passed, and this door just kind of creaks open. And a man comes outside. He's wearing dark leather armor. The skin that you can see is covered in clean white bandages. He doesn't appear to be armed. And he just kind of steps outside without too much. Like, he's very casual about it. He just kind of opens. Give me a sense motive check, anyone who cares to.
Let me see if I can figure this out.
Motherfucker's Joshua Graham.
Perhaps.
It's 4.
Can't expect God to do all the work.
Carbuncle is not sensing any motives. Would Lead like to sense some motives?
If only carbuncles a real dog.
She hasn't fed. She has been fed.
No.
though.
Let's just kind of smiling and
Okay.
just grooving.
17 sense motive check.
What are you doing?
Arion. Caladrel is terrified. He's very nervous of this person who just stepped out. Like, he looks on the verge of genuinely shitting his pants.
Okay.
It looks like he needs a doctor too.
What's that?
So Arion
You're
takes
busy
notice.
smiling. You don't notice anything.
I saw the man.
Yeah.
So I guess
Yeah.
Arion's going to try to break the ice a little bit after seeing this and kind of start a conversation with the strange man.
Okay.
What is my 22?
You're 22. You see the same thing as Caladrel. You see Kelmore kind of take a step aside and just kind of adopt this, like, secondary, like, subservient posture, which you can see kind of doesn't sit well with them, but you see that they are also anxious of this guy. And he moves forward. He turns to Kelmore. Have they been paid? And Kelmore goes, of course, sir. And he just nods. And he looks at Caladrel.
Cat, calm down. Cat just knocked all this shit over.
Oh no. He looks at Caladrel. Caladrel, you've served me faithfully for 5 years, which is why I'm giving you this option. Jump, or don't.
So Arion wants to strike that conversation up, and
Oh, yeah.
Last thing I promise.
What do you say?
so he hears this man give this poor fellow he just rescued an ultimatum. He goes, whoa, hey, maybe we can talk this over. We jump. That sounds pretty harsh. Not to get involved with your matter here, but maybe we can talk this out.
Roll diplomacy, yeah.
Fucking lead.
19. Okay.
Good luck.
Arion, Gringole.
Cool.
Yes.
How would you deal with a man who has betrayed you?
Go around.
Well, why with forgiveness, of course.
Interesting.
The
And
deserts aren't so forgiving.
you see no reaction from this gentleman. And he just looks at Caladrel. Jump or don't. I'm gonna roll for Caladrel to see what he does. Oh, I didn't want to copy to the clipboard. I wanted to do the will save.
Oh shit, he got a question mark.
He rolled a nat 1. Alright, so he rolled
Good.
He rolled a nat 1. Okay? So you watch as he kind of licks his lips, breathes in, and then he pulls his knife and goes to stab this guy. So I will roll an attack for him.
Nat 20, he
That's a
succeeds.
question.
You did have
physical violence.
You did have a thing prepared. So go ahead.
All right, so I don't have to roll anything. It just goes off. There's a 5 foot by 5 foot stone wall that shoots up in front of him as he goes for the stab.
Can you post that for me?
Let me see if I can.
His super stabby goes through walls.
Can I post? I don't know if
You
I
call up the
can.
elemental matter to defend yourself and your allies from attacks. And you can select one face of a square within 30 feet of you and move elemental matter to block that face.
Total cover.
Okay.
Earth, mud, metal, and the like are opaque and block line of sight. Creature who strikes it can easily destroy it, but it eats up his attack.
Cover has a hardness 0, AC
hardness
5,
is
2 hit points. Alright, I will roll his attack to see if he breaks it.
Yeah, if he does 4 damage, he can break it, but it'll at least stop him from. It'll stop the attack from hitting his intended target.
How many? It has 2 hit points and AC 5? Okay, you watch this
It
wall.
has 4 hit points.
Yeah.
AC 5. Wow.
You watch the wall goes up as the dagger comes in. He manages to break through it, and the dagger tips onto this guy's leather armor.
Just the tip.
And
I mean, the cool thing about the ability, for those who are like, it has 4 hit points and AC 5, is you have to, when you attack it, that's your attack.
yeah,
So even if like somebody rolls in with like 400 damage and they hit the wall, it stops there. So
I'll
Cool
appreciate
little
it if it ever helps one of us.
that's
I'll try.
fair and reasonable, my friend. Okay. And then another action goes off at the same time. You watch the dagger tips onto this guy's chest, and at the same time, a man appears over here, and Caladrel stops moving. Just frozen in place, dagger on the burned man's chest, and just sweating.
Hit chest armor, man appears, movement stops. Got it, as someone who can't see what's going on.
Yeah, that's right. You don't get to see shit yet. Fuck you.
Fuck you, Dryad.
Yeah.
Fucking tree hugging bitch.
Triggering ass bitch. So,
Bat boy, earmuffs.
a gentleman appears holding this guy. Or a figure. You're not sure what they are. And this Caladrel fellow is frozen in place.
The whole person spam.
So we know his name and all that good stuff. Yeah.
Yep.
He'd introduced himself.
Caladril?
Caladrel never introduced himself to you, but you heard Kelmore and the Burned Men call him that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Arion's gonna exclaim and say, "Whoa, Galadriel! What are you doing, buddy? Let's not resort to physical violence here."
He cannot respond. He is held person. His person has been held.
I mean,
Oh, peace now.
MSD, baby.
It's once the wall went up and the dagger hit it and he's frozen. Lauman will put his hands up in a gesture to say, I'm not trying to start anything here.
Do you?
Okay.
I am back.
Gentlemen, the Burned Pen says to you, could you please clear a path?
I will step to the side and make sure I'm still holding on to lead.
Okay. Arion, what do you do?
Arion's
over
kind
here.
of big, but
Come here, boy.
I guess he's gonna just kind of step to the side.
Okay.
Set aside.
You watch Kelmore kind of come around Caladrel, hold him, get a grip underneath his shoulders, and just drag him away.
Carbuncle isn't actively growling, but he is. His lair hasn't left the burned man this whole time.
While I'm holding on to lead, there's some obvious, because lead seems like a small, adorable potato. Lauman there is some effort from Lauman to sort of be a bit of a body block.
Okay.
The protective gesture.
Body block.
Actually, he would've
Body block.
Did-
You're not down there. That's 600
Did he
feet.
lose?
And the guy on the docks disappeared.
I know.
Is that what happens when you lose?
Well, it seems to be what happens when you cross the
Oh,
wrong
yeah.
person in this town.
And you watch as this figure, who was 600 feet below you, by the way, suddenly appears up here and then just kind of walks around you. And you kind of listen as they walk by. They're fully covered in like deep robes. But as they walk by, you hear like kind of like this scratching sound, like thousands of tiny little legs crawling as they walk by you.
Ugh.
Just
Disgusting.
underneath this person's
Cockroaches.
robes. Yeah, like
Huge
the sound,
cockroach.
like the sound a bunch of cockroaches make when they're in a swarm. Just like crawling all over one another.
Still knows what that means, right?
Kill me.
And this person just leans up against the wall, not as obescient as Kelmore.
I take it, sir, that you are the Burning Man.
Burned. No longer
Burned,
burning. And you are my 3 newest recruits.
I was told that it would be possible to ask about the possibility of some discreet medical care for somebody.
Are you ill?
We have somebody who is.
100. And the figure walks back, goes to check on the person on the back of Arion. You watch as they take a little blood from the person and put it in a vial, and then just kind of swirl it around.
Is that a diagnostic of some kind?
They don't respond.
I would like to roll Profession Trader to see if that to do some lighthearted haggling to see where the price lands, or to make an attempt, anyways. I
Okay.
don't want to be so aggressive that he loses the opportunity to secure the service, but just to give it a go. Maybe this guy will respect the grind.
Give me the profession trader roll.
With a grunt, sir.
Oh my god, I'm rolling like shit. I rolled a 2.
What do you say?
So he's trying to see how far he can try to talk him down from 100 gold, and the 10 is how good he was at trying to talk it under 100.
All right, give me your preamble. Give me your speech.
So it seems
I'll
that
pay you.
if your agents are apparently well connected and have Mr. Kelmore has certainly given us a very good lay of the land, and in the end I was interested in trying to leave as soon as possible, but it seems like this might be the place to stay, especially if the work comes from somebody who's generous. I understand that you're not going to take betrayal or anything like that, which means that you're a very serious person. I can appreciate that.
As you say that, you hear the sound of a fire lighting up from over here.
Len's gonna tug on your shirt again. Hey, if he can help her, Maybe he'll have 4 new people to play his games.
Yeah, it's possible.
The figure leans in and whispers something to the burned man, and then the burned man's head like snaps back towards him, and then he gestures.
Back to reality.
Gestures for this person to come, and they come over and they take the person off of Arion's back and carry
Whoa
them.
there.
Gingerly or aggressively?
Is there an opportunity for me to stop?
You can try and stop him if you want.
What do I roll?
Oh,
What are you trying to do?
I want to make sure that he's not just taking her and doing something nefarious.
You can roll a sense motive check to see what his intentions are.
To see the look in his eyes.
You can try to, like, push your body in between him and his direction.
Yeah.
I'd like to roll a sense motive on the abruptly walking up as well.
I want to help. But also,
Alright, so you roll sense motive as well. And depending on if you pass or fail, Lauman gets a +5.
Oh,
Or
I do have special stuff that.
Oh, do you? What do you get? What is it? Tell me. Masa?
I must know
you
now.
did. You died.
You died. Okay, I'll look at
What
it.
a fucking cliffhanger, man.
That's not that
That's it for
good.
tonight.
I got stuff to help. Just never answers again.
Yeah, he's dead.
Last
There-
online
I have
7
the
years ago.
perfect solution for this.
I have the perfect solution for this. Refuses to give it.
I have the perfect
Refuses to
elaborate.
allow
Can you-
yeah,
Oh,
I was
sorry.
just about to say that.
I see
Or
what
for
it
your
is.
emoji character, we'd say, I have the perfect solution for this. What's it gonna cost you?
Kills himself instead.
Hello, my back.
Yeah,
Alright.
right. I was
Sorry,
just about to say that.
I messed up my bonuses. Instead of a +5, it would have been a +2. But with Led's help, it would have been +4. But he didn't succeed, so it doesn't matter.
Get fucked.
17.
Sorry, I'm back now.
This person's intentions are entirely unknown to you.
Okay. then
They
I
did not
will-
appear to pick them up in a hostile manner, but there was also you can't tell what manner they picked them up in. Other
Can I
than
at
it was
least try
not of like intentionally hostile.
Can I at least try to talk to him and ask him what he's doing?
Sure. Go ahead.
Alright. Oh shit.
I'm picturing you just like walking in a circle with your centaur front facing the guy, like, hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? What's the point of this here? As the guy's trying to reach
hey.
Walking my butt legs away from him.
Exactly.
Whoa there.
He looks at you.
No touch.
Are you the surgeon that they talked about? Hold on just a minute.
That is one of my many titles.
Surgeon of Death?
Arion just looks back to Led. Looks back to sorry, eating chicken nugget. Looks back to his
Yeah,
party.
he's
Who?
eating.
Oh, not eating chicken nugget. I hate that guy.
Good
Yeah.
God.
Did in our price speaking, did we agree to a price before he walked over?
No. The burn man did not respond at all.
You got it too.
This guy is holding the woman and then goes, "Yes, I am the surgeon." Continues on.
I see. Does this mean that we have struck an accord to heal her?
The burn man looks at you guys. Yes. The price of my intervention. The 3 of you will, and he looks at Carbuncle. The 4 of you will head to the city known as Brennenstadt.
You have to forgive me, friend, but that sounds more like a demand than a negotiation. I'm certainly open for work.
Pretty well spoken for a poor guy.
But he spent all of his coin traveling halfway across the world. He had some coin to begin with.
Well, okay.
You will head down out of the city to the caravan led by Helga Brown. There they will take you to the town of Brennenstadt. As a bonus for a job well done, I will offer you this information. And he looks towards you, Arion. Let me find it.
Better be the info I think I'm about to get.
Perhaps. There is only one man in all of Nordschilde with an interest in horses. A Biben to the north, just on the outskirts of Brennenstadt.
Arion's kind of taken aback that he would know this, but gave him this information. Then he nods. Then he looks back to his party and says, "Alright, well, what are we waiting for? It's time for us to get the next job underway."
You do not wish to know his name?
Arion looks back and says, "That'd be helpful, but I'm pretty sure a man with a whole bunch of horses isn't going to be hard to find."
Very well.
Loudman, didn't you want to ask this guy about something?
Glamour's dead.
All right, say again.
Didn't you want to ask this guy about blood or something?
So this trip we're taking is this the payment for giving this woman medical aid? I just want to make sure I understand
You're
where
opening
we stand with
croutons.
each other.
Yes.
What are we gonna do in this other town?
You will receive more instructions upon arrival.
Okay.
Do you know? Does your friend have a knowledge of blood? A knowledge of? Yeah.
Off to your behind you, you hear the sound of crackling flames. Are you speaking of me? Says the man behind the burning man. The burned man. You got
Yes.
me doing it now.
I see. I mean, you took some blood from the woman, and if you are a healer, then I would assume you would know things about, understand the things that you're trying to heal, at least to some degree.
He looks over to the burned man, and the burned man, as far as you can tell, doesn't respond. And then this guy walks up towards you. He gets very close. All of a sudden, you feel him approach you. You watch. He doesn't seem to walk. He kind of floats towards you very quickly, without moving his upper torso. So he just kind of like approaches, and then suddenly he's right beside you, and you can hear that skittering as whatever is moving under his robes continues to move.
Looking like Voldemort.
And he looks down, and you, for the first time, you see underneath, he's got pale yellow eyes underneath, with just like very tiny pinprick pupils. And
He's a bug.
He looks straight at you. You are the one known as Lauman.
I am.
The little curse blood.
Which is something I wish to learn more about.
He pats you on the shoulder, and you actually when he pats you on the shoulder, you feel like things move away from his palm and up his arm.
Ew.
Want to handle animal check?
Your blood is old and new. Your blood harkens back to days of yore, whence God sires children, and those children sired children with others. Cursed, certainly. Blessed, perhaps. I've not the mind, and my friends, and you watch as whatever's been crawling underneath his robes, like this centipede crawls up over his eye onto the top of his hood, and then back underneath into another little slip somewhere. Have not the tongues to taste much more. Little curse blood, you will have to journey elsewhere for your answers.
Is there any words or times or places that might help me continue to pursue this knowledge elsewhere?
Any sorcerer, mage worth their salt should be able to do it with just your blood. If you do go searching, the children of Odious would be your first clue. There's another one. Hold on. It's on the wrong page. I would also recommend looking for the words An Feidhain A Beos A Faithim.
I was going to go ahead and ask you to PM those to me.
Yep. It's okay.
Can I get that in American?
Can I get that in American?
Is that
Well,
are those
Lester
words in a
language.
language that I understand?
What languages do you speak?
American.
I speak Abyssal, Draconic, Infernal, in common.
Nope.
All right.
I speak the English.
The jungles of Masalan may hold your answers. The waste of Sevani's wraths, perhaps. The older Bibin may know, but they are harder to find and harder to talk to. Finally, far into the wastes of a Valshield there is a tower, great and mighty, and dark with knowledge. Islands have risen from the sea, old islands with old secrets, and he just kind of gestures out into the over the cliffside as he does so. And perhaps the worshippers, who knows what secrets they hold. And with that he looks over to the burned man. Not I, little curse blood. No, not I. And he turns back towards you. I hope you find this helpful in your journey. It will be long.
I believe it will, and I appreciate your generosity. Thank you very much.
There is no generosity this far north of the desert. And he walks away.
I guess the last thing that Lauman would have is, as I understand that this job is the payment to help this woman. I just want to make sure I understand that she will have no debts from this. That is a debt that I will pay by taking this journey, to take this job for you.
The burned man looks at you.
I
His hands just kind of at his side. And says nothing.
feel like the burn man is like always wriggling under his robes.
No, that's this guy.
The Burn Man is the one with the fresh wrappings on him.
Yeah.
Oh, he's not the wriggly man.
No,
No.
the other guy is the
That's
Wrigley man.
some Naruto character.
Yeah, the wriggly man definitely wriggling under his robes.
Yeah. He doesn't respond to your question.
Is this
Ramen,
louder?
quieter.
And this is louder.
Yeah. Good job, bud. Good job, bud.
Can't do shit. It's like clockwise or counterclockwise.
Righty.
Fucking spinning away from.
All right. Does anyone else have something to say? You start to hear moans of pain coming from behind you
Uh-oh.
as
You'll die.
Kelmore steps away from the flames.
Not unexpected.
There's another moment as you watch as Caladrel burns, and the gentleman with the centipedes crawling all over him kind of just looks over, and Caladrel starts running around and throws himself off the edge of the cliff.
Whoa.
Screaming as his
Wait, there's water
flesh
there, right?
burns. It's 600 feet.
I guess for Lauman,
He'll be fine.
that guy made no effort to profess his innocence. So he's not. I mean, it's probably not too far off from some of the desert justice, so he's not too concerned about this.
So he screams as he goes,
Desert justice.
and
Yeah.
he just kind of hits the ground, and he takes 205 damage.
He's fine. You can walk it off.
I could feel that.
Merely a flesh wound.
I told him to jump. That is all. Leave. And he
Not
dismisses
much you can do with talking. Okay. I appreciate you, sir. Thank you very much. Orion just kind of turns, starts trotting by his friends.
Okay, bye. I hope you feel better.
Roll me a diplomacy check, lad.
He has led to do a diplomacy check.
Hold on.
How does one fail a double?
You know, I have to just throw this out here. I'm glad that we used our good rolls, getting this guy and bringing him here, so we could give to our bad ones here.
Yeah, he thinks
Just
you
walk
all
him
are
by.
a bunch of dumbasses. You receive nothing. Lad.
But hey, we pulled the job off.
It's
I got paid and got
That's
my
the best
info.
outcome,
I'm okay
mostly.
with this.
Alrighty.
Why is this considered team good team?
They got
Because we
they-
crushed the first session.
Yeah.
we're team. We were. Good
That'll
team.
be the last session you crush.
You will be crushed in every session from now on.
I'm just putting fucking everyone to sleep. We can't fail.
Lauman's gonna pull that.
It worked pretty well for us until someone set the building on fire.
And I guess, yeah. I mean, with the understanding that while this woman may have other debts to him, Lauman thinks that he's taking this job in order to ensure she has no further debts. That he's paying that debt for her to get her care.
Alrighty. And you guys head to the front gate of Jewel After Clip.
Yeah.
We're not fugitives. We don't have to slink around anymore.
Alright, so you guys just walk on. You all kind of know the way. Kelmore points for you, and you take off into the night. Alrighty, group 2.
Put her right.
It's actually kind of weird. It's gone 3, 2, 1 every time I've rolled these dice.
We're snaking.
You're snaking. Group 2 is Bard Trio. Ooh.
Oh dear God.
River.
That's what he plays.
Yes.
You are running, like feet pounding, your hands chained in front of you as you hear echoing explosions behind you. The rain is like splashing into your eyes. Goratrix is like banging off a wall in front of you as he tries to corner, slips on the wet cobbles, smacks into the wall, and just keeps going. The two of you are kind of running blind for a second, and then you hear boom, 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 boom behind you. You kind of stop.
Keep up!
Goratrix yells to keep up. Give me. Ooh.
They're in the.
I want to roll this.
Here.
Either one of you
They're in the bell.
can roll survival for me.
This music's a
You can turn it down yourself.
Turn it down, Steel.
It was turned down and it was still really loud.
It's okay, I'll sing it for you. Bah, bah, bah. Oh, somebody.
Yeah, just suddenly I hear bum bum in my ears like
I
that.
feel like I should not be making this roll for us.
Come on, let's go. Someone roll survival.
Do it.
Tom-
Do it. Listen, you had the anti-vampire, anti-whatever innate.
All right.
Oh,
You're
shit.
fine.
So you guys are running, smacking into things. You run for like you full out sprint for probably 10 minutes. Let's make a roll for our good old friends, the Legionnaires.
Oh, you guys are like Jason Bourne. At this altitude, at this distance, you know you can sprint exactly for 1
24
hour before
hours.
your hands start shaking.
Jesus Christ, it's Jason Bourne.
Jesus
24
born.
hours. 24 hours.
Alrighty.
But he said Jason
River,
Christ.
you're still wearing your manacles.
And
They
she
get
wants
a
1 or 2
plus
ounces more.
2.
Ooh, if you got
They get a
manacles,
-5 for the heavy rain
Manacles.
by David Cage.
you got like a little shuffle, maybe a little shuffle.
That's a -3 altogether. Okay.
It's another fucking question mark.
Alright, so you guys are running. You see up ahead a squad of Legionnaires. They turn towards you, and then they kind of look off, and they're like, fucking fire! And they run towards the cliff. That fire is pulling its work, let me tell you guys.
Yeah.
Whose team good? Sweat.
I'm gonna move in there, okay?
So you kind of... What do you do at this point? These Legionnaires clearly noticed you, but decided to go towards something a little bit more serious. What's your goal?
My goal is to get my shackles off as soon as
Alright.
possible.
Arson was the real MVP. I guess he was this whole time. Sorry I ever doubted you, Colby.
Yeah, right. Arson. Coming in clutch.
Committing clutch aside.
Yeah, I guess we'd need to get our manacles off. They saw us, but we can still get away from the area, then duck into somewhere.
Okay, so you guys
And
run like another block and then pull into an alleyway.
Yeah.
Alright, give me a disabled device. Do you have any thieves' tools, actually?
No.
I think
I don't.
I do have thieves' tools.
Alright, do you have
but I don't
disabled
think I have
device?
disabled, but I don't believe I do. I have
Ooh.
to change some things around.
That's too bad, baby brother.
I have disabled device.
Alrighty.
Can I use the tools? No, I can't. I'm manacle.
You can. You just have a minus... Let's say -5. Alright, here. Please.
Welcome
All
back.
right.
On a much better beat.
Okay.
Okay, so
You put your lock in. You're trying to get it. You just can't. Just can't quite get the manacles off.
Can I try to escape artist my way out of these?
Yeah. What if we get into an area where we can just chill?
Wait, hold on. Yes, you can. Give me an escape artist.
Barely better.
Nope. You do not manage to get out.
Okay. If we get into a area where we can just chill for a bit, I can mayhaps use prestidigitation to warm the metal enough, like the chain holding it, to warm it enough to be able to break it fairly easily, or kill it enough so it breaks fairly easily.
I have bad news for you, buddy.
Doesn't say anything, but
you can't emulate the effect of another spell with prestidigitation.
That would be heat metal. But the night is getting on, and you have a meeting with the Burnmen.
yeah. Well, I don't know. I'm probably just go there. We can deal with it when we get there.
Yeah, you can.
Maybe.
You totally could potentially do that.
Possibly.
So are you guys gonna head to the meeting place with the Burned Man?
Yeah, can I just try to hide my hands in my cloak while we walk along?
Yeah, give me a disguise self.
Yep.
As you walk. Alright, so you kind of wrap up your manacles and then just kind of throw your cloak over yourself. Goretrix helps you to kind of pull them across you. You feel like you did a lot better than a certain dog that is loose in the city. And you guys head from where you are. You've run yourself probably about an extra half hour away from your meeting with the Burned Man. And you headed towards that meeting. The rain is still falling down. You're wet, soaked. You're kind of wired. I assume you're checking like all your alleyways as you walk by. And you walk into this kind of desolated area towards the meeting place with the Burned Man. The rain beats down upon you, and you lead yourselves to the edge of the cliff. No, that's the wrong person. Here we go. And we want river. And we want Goretrix. The scene before you is familiar, Goretrix. River, I don't think you can see all that well, can you? I can see all right.
No.
But you, Goretrix, you're familiar with this area of the city, the kind of blocked up houses, the slick cobble, the 600-foot drop into the ocean below. And you lead River here. There's a faint stench of like pork and burnt hair.
Oh.
Pig.
Okay.
Oh. Smells awful.
Yeah. Definitely not the most pleasant.
Smells of troll.
feel free to move yourselves.
Can I do perception?
Please. Go ahead. You look around. You can't, from where you are, really tell anything. Just this has been the meeting place. You actually, with a 14, you see Kelmore kind of leaning up against the stone, waiting for you.
I'll just go over there.
River, you're just leaving River behind in the dark.
I can't see my token.
And you're not? What about now?
Now I can. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, go that way.
So dark.
Careful, River. You can fall off.
Yeah, just stay on the right side of me. I'll keep an eye out on this.
She is a fish.
As River kind of carefully walks along.
Doesn't matter if she's a fish. Hitting water from 600 feet, you're gonna hit surface tension, and that's not gonna be a fun time.
She's fine.
Probably.
I can't see where Colby is.
Alright, I've watched you guys struggle enough, that's fine.
Look, it just sounds like you guys aren't prepared. Why did you bring a torch?
Alrighty.
I have
I have low light vision.
You slowly make your way up to Kelmore along the edge of this cliff face. The wind kind of like trying to push you off. And as you approach, you see Kelmore gives you a friendly wave. Goratrix! River! It's a pleasure to meet you.
River squints because she doesn't understand how this person knows her name.
Yeah, it just gives you a friendly smile. Totally genial. Happy to see you. Seems to be.
How's it going?
Oh, it's going well. Good night so far. Good night. So, how'd it go? On your end?
I kind of look back towards the city. If I can see the smoke, I'd definitely look at that.
So 14 perception. Along the cliff face, there's a huge plume of smoke. Fucking massive. Rising up from the clip and wand along the cliff face. 14, you can't really see the explosions from where you were.
I got some things. And I look back when because I'm holding the bag of jewels or whatever. I'm like, I got some things.
Alright, give me a diplomacy check. River, what are you up to?
She's just kind of looking down at her manacled hands and then back at Goratrix and goes, I can't really get anything out of my bag right now.
Yeah, can you do something about that, by the way?
Can I do something about that?
River lifts her manacled hands up out of her cloak and shows...
I take it things didn't go well. That's a shame.
We'll wait till the boss gets here.
Okay. And then Kelmore actually goes up to the door, knocks, and then just comes back and leans up against the wall, totally confident. Bloop, why are you not in the scene? There we go.
You said Bloop went to his family.
Yeah, but he's part of the Bard trio. He's part of your crew.
Bloop he wasn't with us at all last session.
I also can't.
Just River and I.
Yeah, I know.
I also can't see anything.
Yeah, I know. Gosh.
He's asking you thematically, why are you not?
I don't understand the question.
It's fine.
I'm very confused what's going on.
Good. Bloop is not
All
here.
I see is a All I see is a black screen.
Yeah, that's fine. I want you to see a black screen. Don't leave.
I was just refreshing the page to make sure it was okay. I'm sorry.
Don't make me smack you. Alright. So, 5-10 minutes of silence goes by. Calmore starts picking their nails. And then the door opens. And the burned man walks out. You guys see this figure. Leather armor. Skin covered in bandages. Clean linen bandages. Tightly wrapped around. You can't see their eyes because it's too dark. And he looks at the two of you. And then he whistles from underneath the bandages. And from behind you, Goratrix, a figure you know, 100, covered in the robes, insects, centipedes, crawling all across their body underneath.
Gross.
And they are holding a sack about the size of a small child. And they toss it at your feet and step back. And the burned man, standing. River, open that, would you, please?
River, please. Do what he
okay.
says.
She kind of kneels down and probably fumbles with it a little bit because of the chain still hanging from between her hands, but she slowly opens it and kind of leans back as she does so because she's afraid of what she's going to find inside.
You see a pair of boots. A pair of nice boots.
Are they ladies' boots?
You've always thought they looked a little bit like ladies' boots, actually.
You bastard.
And as you pull it back, you see that Bloop has been tied up in this bag.
So River sees that it's Bloop, and she kind of shrieks. She goes, "Bloop, Bloop!"
Yeah,
and then she tries to
I have
tilt
low
the
life,
opening
by the
over
way,
to
but-
Goratrix.
I go to move, but then I stop. And I just stay at attention in front of the burn man.
Help your friend. Goratrix.
Am I unconscious?
You are unconscious right now.
Awesome.
You see Bloop's hands just bound with rope. Gag over his mouth.
Definitely gagged.
Dried blood on his forehead from where it looks like he got hit.
River's just gonna start trying to reach in the bag and get the bag off of Bloop. First of all,
It takes you a minute, but you manage to through a series of pulling his legs and pulling the bag, you manage to shimmy it off him. Goratrix, are you open?
Are we fighting right now?
No. What is the burn man? If I go to move, what is he? Because I went to move before, and then I stood back up at attention. This is reaction to that.
Give me a sense motive, please. Ooh, nat 20. He is furious about something. You look at him and you see part of his fury is directed at you. A lot of his fury is directed at Kelmore. But, nat 20, there is something in his little office that he uses for these meetings. There is something in there that is distracting him right now. But it's leaving him. You've never seen, because he's all. You only get body language with him. You can never see his face. His eyes are almost covered by the bandages. He's, like, as always, on the verge of, like, instant violence. But you see in his steps that there's something he wants to, like, go back and check on. Sorry. And I don't think you've ever seen that in him before.
Okay, so I will look at his, like, try and make eye contact, look down at Bloop, and then slowly move to help. And if there's no reaction, then I will finish.
His amount of fury does not change.
Okay, well, I'll go down and help Bloop and come back up and say, I apologize, sir, tonight.
What?
Not go as planned.
Not go as planned.
I was not there in my head.
The destruction of the Smaragd Dog wasn't your plan?
Schmerk dog?
No, there was a lot of things that happened there that I was not expecting. I did, however. And I pull out the sack of jewels. Did get a bunch of things for you.
He takes the jewels, tosses them to Kelmore. Kelmore starts looking through the bag. And
The compass is not in there.
Okay. His head turns to River.
River's still kind of kneeling down where she was helping Bloop, and her eyes are really wide, like she's kind of afraid to receive any attention right now.
Madam Undertow.
Yes?
Any items received from the Smaragd Dog?
I've got shiny things in my bag. Goratrix, get the shiny things out of my bag.
I'll grab her shiny things.
Alright, you take the jewels out. I assume you then proffer them to the burned man again?
Yep.
He takes them, and again tosses them to Kelmore. $100. Wake up the gnome. And then 100 just kind of waves a hand.
Is his name really 100? Because that's dope as shit.
You get 7 hit points back.
Oh, I didn't even realize I did. I don't have hit points.
Nope.
Oh, well, it says 26.
Oh, I apologize. You should have 0, but now 7.
Do I change that? Yeah, there we go. Current hit points.
Now, Bloop, could you please describe your character? Without the gag, you fuck.
Oh, sorry. Bloop is a gnome. Very small. It's been so long since creating this character. Relatively young in years, but kind of older in a gnome age. Blonde hair, short in stature. Wears more ceremonial in a way robes. Looks like he might have an office of some sort.
Okay.
But do I have all my things with me, or am I basically just?
You don't have all your things. At the bottom of the bag, River, you see the rest of Bloop's belongings, or all of Bloop's belongings, actually.
On the ground, you see a sword and a flute. Pretty much is the amount of things that he normally carries among armor and whatnot. That's Bloop.
You're moving bags. Now remove the...
River just kind of looks at Bloop while he's making these sounds, and she just shrugs and she goes, I don't know what you're saying.
I can't move my hands.
I quickly bend over and take the gag out of his mouth.
Again, I don't know. Do I know who jumped me?
No. You just
Do I know who I'm? You had to fill me in just a tiny bit. Do I know who I'm working for?
no. You were on your way out of the city to go visit your family, and you got smacked in the side of the head. You've been kept in a darkened hole for 2 weeks, I think. You've been gone.
Holy shit!
2 weeks, and you have just recently, like, this is the first time you've been conscious for more than an hour. Or sorry, for more than a minute.
Okay. You sack of shit! Where am I? Wait, Gorgex? River? What's happening here?
Calm down, Bloom. We'll explain.
Calm down. You don't know what I've been through, apparently. Beaten over the head, walking to my home.
What?
River's eyes just kind of slide over to the other two men.
I thought you were at your home.
No! All I
I
remember is walking home from work, hitting the head, thrown in a hole. That's it. And then I'm here. What happened? Why am I here? Who are these assholes?
That is my boss.
Boss. Oh, we have bosses now. I see how it is. Okay.
Well, that is up to you to decide. You don't have to have him as your boss, but I do.
Wow.
He does,
He's not
actually.
It's not a really great first impression.
Goratrix, have you forgotten my rules?
Loop hasn't been participating.
No. You sure? How can I trust this, Goratrix? You've been sending this river to help you borrow things you have no wish to repay. Is that not true?
As I said, I was seeing if she was even able to help.
Seeing if she was able to help.
There's no use bringing you to her if she can't do anything. It's a waste of both of our times.
Give me a diplomacy check. Or a bluff check if you're lying.
No, I'm not. Oof.
Seeing if she was able to help. So not breaking the rules, just bending them. And he turns to look at Kelmore. And Kelmore shrugs. He turns to look at 100. 100 is a being crawling in insects that you cannot comprehend.
Before he gets to respond, I understand if there's punishment and I accept it.
Good.
There are rules, and you need to keep order.
There are rules. And I need to keep order.
I look
Listen,
over
Gore,
at,
you don't listen, Gore, you
I
don't know
look
this
over
guy
at
anything.
Kelmore when I finish saying that.
That's right. Bending the rules is different than breaking them. That's true. Don't meet the same punishment, do they?
Can I roll to see if I know who these people are?
Sure.
Like from my history or what I've done.
Fuck, okay. Roll knowledge local, knowledge history. As you do that, you watch as the burned man turns and plants a dagger into Kelmore's throat, pinning them up against the wall.
Yeah.
22.
These are the burned men. They run crime. The creature that is currently has a dagger planted in their throat and up into a lamppost, just kind of hanging, was known as Kelmore. You know that they were like an intermediary between the burned man and his lowest rungs of the level employees.
So without me there, you've fallen into crime, Gore, have you? And you took Poor River with you.
This was well before you.
I do not care for your marital problems, Goratrix. Bloop Noopler.
Listen, pal. I don't know who you are.
You do know who he is.
Really...
He's the burned man. He's one of the most dangerous men in Nordschild. With a 22.
Listen, pal. I've been through enough shit in my life. I really don't have time for this, so why am I here?
You have been assisting Goratrix in criminal activity without your knowing. Perhaps.
Oh, have I? Gore? Please expound on his words here.
Once again, I do not have time for this.
Oh, neither do I.
Speak without my permission again, Gnome. See what happens.
Whatever. I have more important things to do. I'm out of here.
Roll a will save, please.
Will save.
It's on your summary.
Summary. Thank you. This one. Just click that.
Ooh.
10.
Yep. Okay. You turn to go. Your body is frozen. You cannot move.
Can I speak, or am I just fully ass frozen?
Can you speak? Good question.
I don't know. Some ways I've heard you can't speak with whole person. Some I've heard when you can't speak.
This is your whole person. You don't know. You have to roll this.
Listen, homie. Listen, homie.
You can breathe normally. I know that. Give me a second.
Alright, probably just gagged again.
Hold person. Breathes normally, but cannot take any actions. Even speech.
Even speech.
Even speech. The burned man turns towards the two of you. Goratrix River. It's one thing to come before me and apologize. Make an embarrassment of oneself. He looks at both Goratrix and Bloop when he says that. There's another thing to entirely defy me, and he gestures to Kelmore's bleeding corpse. He then turns to 100, who hands him a small parcel wrapped in brown paper. He takes it and he hands it to you, Goratrix. The three of you will take this to the city of Brennenstadt. Deliver it to the owner of a tavern there by the name of Heiligstadt. The owner's name, Lenya From. As payment for this, I will not burn you and your fish alive. And as for your gnome, he will receive information of the whereabouts of his child.
Loop?
Go.
Yes, sir.
There is a caravan. You will purchase tickets for it.
I know you have more important things to deal with right now, sir.
You have been dismissed.
Yeah, I'm still hold, you asshole.
Oh yeah, you're still held. You can't move or talk.
was someone at the dog.
Yes. And
An orc.
what of it?
He seemed to be a worshipper.
He gestures for you to lean in.
Yeah. I do. I do.
Yep. Give me a second.
All I can hear is my daughter talking in the living room right now.
Daddy, why you stuck?
Does 19 hit your AC?
Why you cast whole person on yourself?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Okay. You take 34 damage as he stabs you in the side.
Okay.
At the same time.
Does that take you negative?
No.
Yeah.
How far?
It exploded it. No.
You also receive 7 hit points from 100 as you've dropped to the ground.
Yeah, that still doesn't bring me positive.
But does it
How far into
not
the negative
kill you?
did you go?
That brings me like 12 below my health. Not like past my health.
What's your constitution?
Yeah, you might be dead. Dead.
No, he shouldn't be dead.
What's
His constitution is
Constitution?
more than 12.
okay? That's what I was concerned about. I was like, that's a lot of damage. You might have just outright died before the heal.
Nope, he's
You're,
good.
you're
He's good.
alive.
He's good.
And
Modi
stable.
just looked
That's
at
good.
what your constitution was, looked at your total health, did the math, and then subtracted.
I did. River Undertow.
Oh no.
Yes, sir.
When he awakes, explain to your friend that when I dismiss someone, they are dismissed.
Still held.
Absolutely.
Take your disgrace and take your gnome and go. Bloop, you are no longer held.
Oh, my friend, a disgrace one more time. You bandaged freak. You okay?
He's stable. He has a knife wound in his thigh, though.
I will cast Cure Light Wounds. Click this, right? I'll do that. What do I do? How do I click that? Make it work.
I assume you were doing this as you walk away with his body.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Good.
God.
Move you guys down here.
Is that pie?
Not what I'm here.
Oh my god.
Do I fail that? I don't know.
No, so that's 4 hit
Not
points.
a moment too soon.
Yeah, 4 hit points back.
Does that bring you up to 1 now, Colby? How many hit points?
You
do you
healed
got?
4 more.
Yeah.
I would still be below.
Jesus Christ.
How far below?
Still 1.
Gonna have to do it again. But you guys carry the body, the unconscious body of Goratrix.
I do not carry the body.
Okay, River carries the unconscious body of Goratrix.
Alright, I'll roll
For that
again.
moment, River says, "I'm not carrying the body."
No, she's not carrying. She's dragging.
Yeah,
the
she's
body.
dragging him. His feet are scraping along the cobbles. That's
There you
a
go.
much better.
She's got him draped over her shoulder, like his arm.
Didn't help.
But his feet are definitely dragging on the ground. She's not carrying him.
So as you drag your unconscious friend, suddenly you regain consciousness. Probably about a block away from where you were.
Jesus, Gord, you made me. What did you do?
River, like, puts him down. Once he's conscious, she kind of, like, heaves him over and sets him down on the ground.
And you too, River, you let this happen?
She points at herself and she's like, me? I didn't know what we were doing.
Listen, I'm the one that woke up in a bag.
I thought that you went home, and then Goretrix told me, hey, River, we need to go borrow some stuff for a friend of mine. And then he took my blood, and he took my hair, and then we took stuff.
Bloop, you have a small knife wound on your hand.
Cool.
Chances are they took your blood and hair too, Bloop.
And why is that a thing?
With your 22, you know that that's how they keep track of their employees.
Perfect. So now we work for the Burned Men. Awesome. What led you? What madness led you to do this?
I've been doing this for a lot longer than you think, Luke.
Let me rephrase the statement. What madness led you to involve River and I?
You have never actually been working for him, ever. Aside from the odd scam for, like, musics or something we would do or plays, but even then, he got his payment from that, so I don't know. And then, River, well, she's really good.
I understand she's really good, but I thought we were fine now. I thought we were on the straight and narrow. What are we doing? Fill me in.
Right now, we have to make a delivery.
As you say that, 100 apparates from thin air next to you. Gentlemen, lady.
Holy shit, man! You gotta at least tell us when you're here.
No, I don't. I've much enjoyed your.
So bad.
I've much enjoyed your pipe playing, actually, Bloop, these many years.
Do I know? Do I know?
Oh, thank you. Actually, yeah. Just shut up, Gore. He's talking about me. Please go on.
River, your voice is very enjoyable. Actually, I much like it.
Well, thank you.
Goretrix, I enjoy your use of percussion instruments. Threaten the burned man again, and I will firebomb your house.
River is no longer smiling.
Luke's still smiling.
He
doesn't care.
There is a caravan at the main gate of the city. Speak with Helga. Invoke the burned man's. Deal with her. Speak with Blake. Give him 75 gold to cover your passage. Goretrix. You're very skilled. Don't let your ambition outpace your ability. And 100 disappears.
Oh, I was gonna try to talk to him before he left. But
You can still try. He might be in the area.
Yeah, I was gonna.
You can.
Yeah.
He's just disappeared.
do I need to roll some?
You can speak if you'd like. You can roll perception to see if he's still nearby.
Do that first. It's perception. Where are you? Where are you? It's not perception?
It's perception.
Oh, there it is. Oh, yeah, I got a +9 on it.
I believe you also have a +2 for being a gnome to see through illusion.
I think it involves, it has that. 28.
28? You think we actually fucking roll dice, you piece of shit? You goddamn fucker. You fucking asshole. You fucking...
I might not be able to punch people, but man, I can see their shit.
Oh, shit. Okay. The SBC importer didn't work today for some reason. Probably because of the hurricane. So I'm doing a lot of analog stuff tonight.
SCP. You mean he's an SCP? Which there might be one of a bug man. Who knows?
I'm pretty sure he's a Bugman or Bugman or whatever.
Bugman. Bug boy.
And every time he comes in here, it sends Goretrick's spine through the fucking roof.
Alrighty.
Question mark.
You don't see him in the area. You can.
But the roll up.
You can. You can't sense him in the area. You don't know if he teleported. You don't know if he turned invisible. You just know that you don't know where he is.
Alright, then I'll just say out loud after I look around for a second. I'll say I wasn't done with you.
You get no response.
I don't know if the other two are around me, because the other two don't know about this part. I was offered information. Or, sorry, rephrase that statement. I was told I'd be given information.
Silence.
Bastard. And I walk away.
River, Goretrix, you guys do anything?
Oh, Blue, can you get these manacles?
Blue gone.
We're gonna follow him, but while we're walking, I'm gonna ask you to take the manacles off of River's wrists.
And how do you expect me to do that? Do you not have the key?
I have the tools. You can use disable device, can't you?
No, sir. I can play a flute. I can't unlock a lock.
That's your other computer.
River,
Yes?
roll diplomacy for me, please.
Okay.
You can talk to the locks. Sing them off.
What would you describe River's, emotional state right now? How's she standing?
How is she standing?
Yeah, how is she presenting herself right now? In the cold rain as Goretrick chased after Bloop.
I mean, she's not really a stranger to cold waters or anything, so, I mean, being soaked and cold doesn't really bother her so much. So she's still standing normally, but obviously she's still shackled, so she kind of just keeps looking at them, and she doesn't seem too uncomfortable physically, but emotionally she's a little scared and unsure of where she is and where Goretrix has brought her.
Okay. So you're kind of thinking about that. You look down at your manacles as you're trying to figure out how to get them off, and you see a little green centipede. Its head turns up at you, and it poofs in a little green light with a little thumbs up, and the manacles pop off.
As this is happening, River pulls it closer to get a really good look at it, and then she just kind of smiles, and then to the little bug she goes, "Thank you. That's so nice."
The centipede, as the manacles drop off, and the centipede falls into the air, tips a hat at you with one of its 100 arms, hits the ground and scuttles away.
Says something really uncouth. You're welcome, sugar tits.
Oh, okay.
No, the centipede.
Super friendly in a really small environment.
Centipede does not do that. But
The centipede says none of
the
this.
centipede is a centipede and scuttles away from the rain, hoping not to get eaten by a hawk.
That was in River's mind. So
Alrighty.
he wanted to be a friendly talking centipede.
Maybe one day she can meet a friendly talking centipede.
He wouldn't be friendly. He'd be big.
And so River looks over as they're talking about this, and she shows them her free wrist, and she goes,
No, they're off. It's okay.
See, Igor, everything comes to light eventually. Everything's good. Except the situation that we're in.
Situation's fine.
Situation's fine. Okay, let me recap the past, 2 weeks for me. I was walking home. I was hit over the head. I was stuffed in a sack and thrown in a hole. I was then beaten over 2 weeks to stay unconscious, and then brought to you in a dark alley in the middle of nowhere to be woken up in front of the burned man and his lackeys and 100 who no one knows anything about. How are we in a good position right now? At least me.
Because we could be Kelmore up on that lamppost.
You know what? You're right. We could be dead. We could be. But instead, we're working for a criminal overlord and doing his bidding while he watches us and makes us squirm under his thumb. They seem pretty equal to me at this point in time.
Was he not offering you information on your kid? Ooh, I don't even... Where is this coming from, Mr. Bloop Honesty, man?
Honesty?
I didn't know anything about this kid. I'm your best friend, man.
Fair, but it's nothing. Don't worry about it.
My potential niece or nephew is out there.
I keep walking ahead of him.
Yeah, exactly. Ripper, are you coming along?
Yeah.
So she just kind of follows them.
Alright, and the three of you head down the rain-soaked seats of Jewel Clip towards the main gate. We transition now to Calder, Brassica, and Hemlock.
No fucking way.
Running from the slowly burning Beschwipse behind you.
What?
Oh wait, can I say one thing too?
No, it's too late. We translated.
Well, I was gonna say, did I see the burning thing or the explosions at all? Like while we're walking away?
No. Oh, the burning Beschwipse. You saw smoke billowing out from the side of a cliff. Yes, actually.
Okay. I'll look at Gore while we're walking away. It's like, and I'm assuming we had something to do with that.
All right. So, you guys, the slap of Hemlock's feet, the odd crispiness of Brassica's running, and Calder just kind of hustling as you
I'm
guys.
not a freak like the rest of
What
these
does that
people.
mean? The crispiness.
I mean, I assume like
The crispiness, like a dead leaf in the fall.
Yeah, exactly. This guy gets it.
Like your feet have recently been taken out of an oven.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
they're
you
about
were
to go
set
into
on
the
fire
fire.
So my Goodberry does nothing.
You guys run. How are you avoiding legionnaires who are looking for the people who set this fire?
I put them out of sleep.
Well, why would they come after us specifically? There's a whole huge number of guys running out of the...
There were a lot of witnesses who saw what they think went down. And you're a very unique group.
Wait.
So these witnesses...
You guys gathered all the gold off the ground behind the alley of the Beschwipse that was burning as you ran away from it. And now you've run maybe 2 or 3 blocks upward from the Beschwipse along the cliff face towards your destination. But it's really going now.
Oh, damn.
So the witnesses, instead of reporting who saved them, like the Dryad, they're going to report who they think started the fire, like the Dryad?
Yeah.
Fuck humanity.
Should have stayed in my grove.
Racists 101.
Yeah,
Alright,
seriously.
well, I can take my mask off.
Then running away from the scene of the crime.
I'd like to change my
It's a
spell
minority.
so that it doesn't put them to sleep, it just fucking kills them. That's what I'd like to do.
And for clarification,
Puts their heart to sleep.
I say that as the internal monologue of Lowman.
Fire the tree. Definitely.
Does Brassica have any useful spells in this situation?
Does Brassica have useful spells? Kind of a loaded question.
I can
Besides
help us
good
out
berry.
in one situation if something were to, other than putting people to fucking sleep. I have one spell that can help us out if we get in a pinch.
So, are you taking back alleyways? Are you taking long staircases? Or are you trying to sprint as fast as you can towards the meeting place?
Yeah, we'll try to sneak. Are you guys good at sneaking?
That's a good question.
So that's a no.
You know what? No, I'm not gonna look because I feel like that's a little bit. I'm gonna say, as a walking tree, I'm gonna say no.
Do I even have sneak? I guess stealth. Is that what you
I feel like we need to
Yeah.
get back passage back.
Yes, bye.
Yes. Okay.
Because even if the tree is stealthy, we're still walking with a merc. So.
Well, I mean, I'm not a merfolk. I'm just a human without pants.
Okay.
Part of
Can
the
you-
reason of your unique group comp.
What's
Why are we not called the good group again?
All right, Hemlock. In the interest of not being discovered, could you perhaps put on some clothes? They'll be looking for a naked man with no balls.
I mean, is there clothes laying around?
I have clothes I can give you.
Okay, give me your pants, then.
Well, not the ones I'm wearing.
Just the pants.
Give me.
Give me your clothes.
Give me your pants or not. Come on, we don't got time to discuss this.
Yeah, hold on. Let me look at my backpack. I have my scholar's outfit. There you go. Put that on.
Alright, he gives you
Okay.
just kind of like brown robes, pants.
Now, it's a scholar's outfit, a la the scholars from Assassin's
Yeah,
Creed,
I'll
therefore it has a
describe
hood that
those
goes over his head.
Sure.
Describe the scholar's outfit.
The scholar's outfit. No drip, no Jordans, fake Air Force Ones.
Yes, haircut.
Yes, haircut. Fucking Coke bottle glasses. You look like a nerd.
Pocket
And
protector.
stealth plus 10.
Yeah. Anyone that looks at you goes, ew, and then looks away. Like, even more so than when you were just Winnie the Pooh in it.
This
And
is
if they
horrible.
do notice you, they pretend they haven't, so they don't.
And now, Brassica, you're like a leaf. Can you do that camouflaging into your surroundings thing?
Oh, do you have a spare tree?
Oh, that's a good point. Make a nausea roll for me, please, Shane.
Oh, what?
Please, Brassica. You've been away
what?
from trees for too long. You need to make a nausea roll.
Oh,
Damn this concrete jungle.
wait, hold on. What word are you saying? I feel like you're trying to say nausea.
Yeah, nausea.
Okay, it sounded better that time.
Yes.
I
Okay.
actually don't know how to roll it. I can
Okay,
turn it
I
on and
believe
off.
it's
I
a
need to
fortitude
roll.
save, my friend.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah. We got it.
Nauseous
Oh.
is super bad.
That's actually
So-
kind of funny. When you click it, it starts puking. Okay. Nice.
Yeah, and Brassica starts puking too.
Yeah, so your body kind of wells up with this just kind of disgust. You haven't seen like a fully grown healthy tree at all in this city so far.
Let's establish up.
Are you ready
Brassica
to
can
hear
hold
how
that
distressed
shit
you are?
back. She can hold that shit all day long.
Yeah.
But the second she has to talk, it's coming up.
All right, cool.
Oh no, you're not going to be able to talk.
No, there's a lot of things you're not going to be able to do. You can't attack, you can't cast spells, you can't concentrate on spells, you can't do anything that requires attention, you cannot take standard actions. The only thing you can do is move.
That seems whack. I've been in fist fights when I wanted to throw up.
Nauseated's pretty fucking legit.
All right. It's time to stealth, boys.
You've never done an exam? How do you guys feel when you do you not want to throw up the whole time? All right. Stealth checks, please.
Okay, I can do that.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
okay.
go ahead and distance myself from the party because I'm nauseated. Because I don't think I'm gonna be any help, but I also don't think I can follow them.
11. 17.
Saying that up front.
Roll
because
stealth, please, Brassica.
I'm working on it. God damn it! Because I'm pretty sure this is what disadvantage.
No.
No, there's no disadvantage in this game.
Well, fine.
Minus 11 billion.
It's only -2 for nauseated. You're fine. Guys, calm down.
Can I take my armor off?
No.
You're wearing armor?
No.
I'll do that next.
No. Alright.
Because it's my character and you stop.
I'm the DM. I can do whatever I want.
You getting naked right now?
You start to take your armor off, 100 appears and lightning bolts.
You guys are group 1, correct? Also, can someone give me a survival check? Because none of you have been to this city before, and you don't really know where you're going.
While I'm good at survival, I don't think it's good for checks right now.
I'm probably not as good at survival.
I got a 0.
Okay.
Alright, fine. I'll fucking do it. Jesus, I'm better than both of you.
Well, do you have more than a +3?
Oh. Okay.
You already... Wait. That wasn't you.
What?
I have a +6.
Okay, yeah, you roll. Oh, buddy.
That's
Boom,
good.
shakalaka.
You know
Trying not to make
exactly.
a roll, rolls a natural 20.
You know exactly where you're going. You remember the
feel so good.
directions. You have a good layout of the land.
No,
you
no,
kind of
I've
want
never
to.
been here. I just know.
You kind of want to throw up a little bit every time you take a forward step. And as you're like, "No, guys, it's over here," you walk straight into a legionnaire.
Wait, what? With a nat 20, I'm still going into Legionnaire?
That was a survival, not a stealth.
So he got a crit success for maneuvering through the streets.
Yeah.
He failed to stealth.
That's correct.
Yeah, you know exactly where you're going.
You know
Just no idea
exactly
where else
where you're going.
You're also not. You're not being very conspicuous.
You were taking the most efficient route to get there, not the most stealthy route.
You're being very
Also,
conspicuous.
you wanted to throw
Luckily-
up at every moment.
Luckily, I said I was going by myself.
all by myself.
So you stop. This legionnaire looks at you.
I
You
threw up instantly.
and he goes, "Ah!" Hey man, that centaur guy way cooler than this chick.
All over my kicks.
I thought I told.
I throw up in the direction the rest of the party needs to go.
I thought I told you not to talk to me for. Anyway,
What are you throwing up?
what's wrong with you?
Mulch.
Mostly pine cones, some pine needles, anything pine.
That rancid chicken she ate earlier
tree.
tonight.
Pine scented air fresheners.
No, pine is just the worst
Sap?
type of tree.
That rancid chicken she ate earlier
Yo.
tonight.
God.
Modi,
I'm just
that-
imagining like a blasted chunk pile of
Ew.
pine sap.
The pineapple.
It's just stuck to everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Wait,
it's terrible.
What the hell is that? Who's do that?
How does one do
Modi,
this?
that rancid chicken is covered in pine sap.
brain cells. Brain cells. Come on.
Emojis.
Oh, wait. How do you do that? This is like next
So the legionnaires are looking at you, Brassica. God damn it. Fucking embarrassments.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I've just. Do you have a tree?
Wait, hey, I'm on duty.
But I need a tree.
Hey,
You and
what's
I
going
are
on
gonna
with you?
become Best friends when we meet up.
What's going on with your two friends over in the corner there? And he points towards Calder and Hemlock.
Okay, I'd like to insight check how the fuck he knows we're friends when I've said I've separated myself from them.
Well, they followed you.
How do you know they're followed?
Well, he rolled a 25 on his perception check.
Source.
It's right there. Can you guys not see?
That question mark is tough to read.
You know, you guys are the only ones that have failed this perception check.
But I mean, I don't feel well. I'm away from my grove. I'm just trying to get us home. You can understand trying to go home, can't you? Cast Charm Person.
Oh, all right.
Gives him the old puppy dog eyes.
You can't do that. You're nauseated.
So it's
cast
not a
spells.
disadvantage. I just straight can't do it.
Disadvantage doesn't
Can't
exist
do it.
in Pathfinder. You just cannot do it.
Well, I meant disadvantage is like a 2.
No.
I don't know how it works.
You
I
cannot
just straight.
do
I
it.
just straight can't do it.
You can only do movement-related stuff
Okay.
while you're
do-
nauseated.
Separating the player, would the character know she can't, or would I still attempt to cast it?
I mean, as a character, you probably know that you are too nauseous to concentrate on putting magic together.
Then I feel like I would be too nauseous to try to be like how I know these two. I would just throw up and say I'm trying to get home repeatedly.
Okay.
If I'm that bad.
Roll
I'll
diplomacy
walk up.
for me, Brassica.
Okay.
Kelder,
Can I
no,
do
you
that?
you
I'm
come
not
up
sure.
as well, Kelder. Just that's in the background. So Cal, you walk up.
Yeah, I will walk up
That
and
makes no sense. How can I roll that high and then not cast a spell?
and say, so sorry, my friend. The dryad here is terribly sick. We just have to get her back into the forest. You know how these people are. They like their trees. They are trees. Funny that.
Yeah, all right, I heard that. Yeah. Roll diplomacy for me, please, or bluff. This seems like a bluff. Roll bluff for me.
Well, there's a nugget of truth in there.
It's a bluff.
Like all good lies.
Okay. All right, you're trying to get your friend home. That's fine. Fucking what a night. God damn it.
What seems to trouble you?
Sorry about the vomit. You can send us the bill for the
Go home.
Oh, you don't dry clean metal. It's known because it's
No.
metal.
Yeah,
metal
it's fine. We didn't even give him our address. Let's go.
I'm still trying to have a conversation as a nice person.
I'm trying to push her away from the scary man.
I'll move with Cal because I don't belong in the city. Cal,
God
I'll follow Cal's
Damn
lead, but I'm
fucking
still trying to be a
freaks
nice
tonight.
person.
What the fuck?
That'll buff right out.
God, I wish I had like polymorph at this point.
You know when this person barfs, if it's sap, it's coming up very slowly.
Yeah, it's awful. It's like a process. So
Just a big heave.
the only legionnaires that have noticed you want nothing to do with you, basically. Hemlock, you avoid
Just
having
like
to speak to them
everyone I meet.
at all.
I am the best in the party.
That's true. You have
Damn,
failed
you're
nothing
so good,
so far.
you didn't even have to make a check.
And you guys head following Brassica's pukey instructions towards the meeting place. Once again.
Well. Oh, wait, before, on our way there, I'm going to try to decode that ledger that we got from the brothel.
That will take... what skill are you going to try to use?
I'll take 2 vomits and a puke.
I don't know, what skill would I use for that?
2 pine cones and a bucket of sap.
Okay, don't refresh the page. Like Bat Boy did. Like a dumb head.
Perhaps fly? No.
Yeah, use the thumb when you flip them off. It looks more masculine, kind of Kid Rock.
A praise? No.
Is that the Boston way of doing it?
You know, praise these nuts.
Yeah. Linguistics, maybe?
Yeah, you
I
are
don't
gonna
know.
praise these nuts.
Colby, I am actively ignoring.
Wait a minute.
I'm sorry.
There's a skill called Intimate.
Intimidate, you
Intimidate.
fucking illiterate.
You're missing a few letters.
You're right. I'm missing a couple letters.
It would be linguistics.
You wanted to cast magic, but you're too
Linguistics.
nauseous to even read what you.
Pretty sure it's
I was gonna say,
linguistics.
Alright,
how
I
do
will
not have
now
any
roll
skills in
linguistics.
Intimate?
I fucking failed. Anyone else want to crack at it?
No. You pour through it, and then the rain starts to get on it, and you destroy a few pages.
Alright, cool. I didn't want to keep any of the money anyway. I'll just give it all to him. Why not?
Brassica,
Sure thing.
you're too pukey to be able to read that. Come on.
Yeah.
Why even try?
I try to, Brassica take a look at it and she vomits all over it.
Yeah, you destroy a few more pages.
Very slowly.
So, you guys head up along the cliff face to this kind of outcropping on the far edge of the city. Cobbles are slick with rain and water.
Oh, do you hear the bells? They sound so nice.
As you approach, you see off to your left the fire from the Bishop's Akatsa. And you see, actually, I'm pretty sure.
We should go help put out that fire. It's not like we started it.
Does it need to be a tree that you need to be near, or can it be any plant?
You see underneath a lamppost what looks like Kelmore from the tavern you were in. Just kind of leaning up against the wall.
Oh, great.
Maybe tired.
Oh, there's the guy we didn't like, who's apparently not dead yet.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure that out too.
It's a dark night. It looks quite black and white out here.
That's how dark vision works, you stupid fuck.
More sepia toned.
Alrighty, what are you guys doing?
The moon's not even out.
No, it's covered with rain.
Is that not one of your compatriots over there? That tiefling?
I don't even see Steel.
No.
Nope. You have no dark vision of any kind, my friend.
Oh.
Wait, are we
Why
in,
is
like,
it so damn dark? You're not having fucking torches around here? Jesus, goddamn barbarians.
Does that mean
The infrastructure is really rough.
Should have
I
brought
can't
a
even
torch.
cast cantrips?
That does mean you can't cast cantrips.
Actually, I think... Let me
I
see what I
repeatedly
have
try to cast light and just keep puking.
my
Yep.
inventory here.
And all that comes up is sap and pine cones and pine needles. Because fuck them.
You guys have approached the meeting place.
You gotta find a tree, my man.
I continually try to cast light to no event.
Yep.
Because I can't see, and it bothers me that I can't. And I'm just like, I know
Oh, that's right. Before I left, Cal was looking through his backpack for a torch. Do you have one?
Nope.
What about you, Hemlock? Do you have a torch?
I think I was gonna buy some, but they're too heavy.
I got a heat stone.
You got a heat stone?
Hey, isn't somebody a tree? They could just light them on fire.
I beg your.
I don't even have anything. I thought about that. I don't even have anything to light a fire.
I need a. What do you mean you thought about that? I need a tree to be that part of the tree.
What are you doing?
So,
I join existing.
I
trees.
assume you guys go to meet with Kelmore.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, can we roll like
okay.
20 times to make sure we get there.
Can we walk very slowly so we have an hour before we get there?
No.
And we can make another call.
Gotta start throwing up in front of him. Oh, no.
No, we'll be there soon. Just give us like a couple hours.
Here, let me hold these branches out of your face while you puke.
Please hold my leaves back as I.
Alrighty. So, you guys approach.
Oh, thank God he's radiating light.
Well, Kelmore was pinned by the throat underneath a lamppost. You see that blood is... dried blood has just...
You've only got one skull symbol. I've got a pukey and a thermometer. You lose.
Yes, medieval thermometer.
Look at that face. He hasn't even moved. Oh, he was frozen. Okay, that's why.
Suck it, Kelmore.
Shut the fuck up, Shane. For fuck's sake. You son of a bitch. Whew. Okay.
Well,
Yeah. Kelmore is dead.
we meet again. Oh, he's dead. We meet again, Kelmore's corpse.
Coming from this building, the burned man steps out and looks at the three of you. I don't think Brassica can see him. Not really.
Hello.
That's fine.
I would have put
I
my mask
can't-
back on before.
The only
coming
thing
here,
I
but-
see right now is Kelmore, and there's a random fucking light over here on the boat.
Yeah, it's on a boat. That's like
That's the
600
only
feet
thing
away.
that's-
It's a really bright light.
I see this, and I see Kelmore. Nothing else.
Oh well. That's what you get for picking a race without dark vision, you stupid fuck.
You know, as soon as we get to level 4, you're gonna regret that statement.
Probably.
You know, you could probably make a torch out of yourself.
Just take, 1 HP of damage every hour.
An hour.
Wood burns pretty fast.
Why can't you be Groot and just release fireflies?
Why does everyone think druids are just straight wood? That's not how it is.
You're a dryad, not a druid, you stupid bitch.
Whatever, you know what I meant. We get to-
Alright. So the burned man approaches. Care to explain your actions at the Beschwipsikatze?
We were there to... we were informed that in order to gain an audience with you and ask a favor, we had to do something for you in return, so... And I will motion for these guys to take out I think Hemlock has the bucket of money, and I'll put my sack of money down.
Yep.
This is the gold that the Madam of the Brothel owed you. We did not set that fire, by the way, just want to make that clear. Not us.
You made a pose, Chuck?
I closed my character sheet because I'm stupid.
You are stupid.
In fact, we actually tried to...
I back, what's his face up on this?
Put it out.
What's his name?
Take a step back.
Caldeer? Yeah, back up Caldeer. Like, yeah, we pinky promise.
Yeah, that should give me at least a +10, right?
Nope. Roll diplomacy.
At least I tried.
Okay. I suppose mistakes happen.
Yeah. So, I mean, maybe not my business, but what happened with the tiefling there?
Just kind of looks over at Kelmore. Looks back towards you. They made...
Right, so...
Okay.
Oh.
No, it's fine.
Oh, I thought you were just going to stoically silent.
He stays stoically silent. Go ahead. What were you going to say?
Oh, okay. So, down to business. Got your money.
Yes.
Does that give me 3 questions or something?
Sure.
Alright. So, first, the tiefling there, when I met her, him, it earlier, told me that you met with a colleague of mine that came through here before. What can you tell me about them and where they went?
Their name was Kara, correct?
That's her.
Where they went. She has fled north to the city of Brennenstadt, and perhaps beyond. To Rio God's Day, land of the worshippers.
Okay. And the tiefling said that she came to speak with you before. What did she want from you?
Passage.
Did you say something? I didn't hear.
Safe passage.
Oh. Okay then.
I feel like you'd hear Braska try to start to ask, and who do you worship? But all you hear is, and who do you...
Do you know if there were anyone, if there was anyone after her when she came to you and when she fled north?
A member of a slaving group, I believe the 3 of you have encountered.
Really?
Came to me for safe passage as well.
Oh. Well, that's unfortunate.
Warn you, I do not take kindly to unsanctioned activities in my territory. Another member of their organization has headed to the city of Handerwasser, also to the north. If that is of any interest to you.
Okay. I know if that is before the
you can make
place that he's...
knowledge geography?
Knowledge geography? I don't have that.
Well,
that's Bloop's territory.
You shit out of luck, fucko.
Well, dang. Guess I've never looked at a map. Okay.
What about knowledge local?
No, that pertains to... No.
Alright.
That pertains to no. Good.
No.
Well, that is...
the answer is no, fuck you. How about that?
Well, puke in a corner, bitch.
That is exactly the information I was looking for, and more so. Thank you, Mr. Birdman. You've been Very, very helpful.
I'll give you another piece of information for free, Vigilant.
Oh, free.
I have no love for you, or your kind. But I do enjoy a bounty. Jorath and his enforcers will be here after sunrise.
Here? Like here?
Yes,
Oh,
I would be out of the city before then.
good advice. All right.
He
I think
offers
it's time.
you 3 tickets
Oh, hey.
to a caravan.
Paradise.
This is awfully generous of you.
It is not.
Oh, no?
I owe much to the worshippers of Garnalair. Get the fuck out of my city.
Will do. All right, time to go. Like now.
Wait, what name did he just say?
He said he owes much to the worshippers of Garnalair.
I try so hard.
He walks away.
And all I get out is...
Let me tell you, I'm not going to
Wait.
remember any of these names that you're saying, nor will I be writing
It's a
them.
good thing they'll be posted on YouTube.
Sick.
Dryska is trying so hard to speak up right now.
Is there anything on his body?
Sure. Yeah, man. What's on Kelmore right now? 25 gold. A rapier. A hand crossbow. Studded leather armor, and 10 crossbow bolts.
I'll take the hand crossbow. Have a gold. Have a bolt.
And his shoes, too.
Wait.
No, his shoes are way too small for.
That doesn't mean he's going to put them on.
That doesn't mean we can't take them.
Oh shit, you're adding it yourself. Less shit.
Damn, man.
How about his
Because I
shorts?
love you, bud.
Pants, shorts.
Is he wearing jorts?
I would like to take his 2 used.
Does this man have shoulder pads?
After I do that, I'm gonna drag their body and throw it over the side of a pier, wherever we are.
As you go to do that, a man appears behind you. That's the wrong one.
No, not that man.
No, not that one. This man! A figure covered in robes, and underneath those robes... Oh, there you go.
I see boat light 600 feet away and nothing else.
Yeah.
Brassica, there's a man in front of us. He's got, like, fucking planets behind him or some shit.
Yeah, and he
Well,
has
I can't see it.
centipedes beneath his robe.
He does.
Yes.
I use
You.
wild and empathy, and I try to communicate with.
Alright, you can't do that. You're throwing up.
No,
Hemlock,
it's not a spell. It's not a spell.
shut up for a second.
You open this door.
I hate you.
It's called player agency, DM.
Give me a second.
Could have
Alright.
made them anything
This
else.
is the Druid's Wild Empathy class feature. Except the Dryad has a +2 racial bonus on the check and additional +1 for every 4 class levels.
Basically, I'm gonna pad. I understand how
A
this
Druid
is
can improve the attitude of an animal. This ability functions just like a diplomacy check, made to improve the attitude of a person.
Yep.
Roll 1d20 and your Druid level and your Charisma modifier to determine the Wild Empathy check result.
Basically, this centipede and I are friends.
You must
I
be
don't
within
learn anything,
30
but we're
feet of
friends.
one another under normal conditions.
Oh yeah, we're friends.
Generally,
We're
influencing an animal in this way takes 1 minute, but as influenced people, it might take more or less time.
The centipede.
Druid can also use this ability to influence magical beasts with an intelligence score of 1 or 2, but they take a -4 penalty check. Okay. And you use Detect Evil. Cool. I think you've used that.
thing evil?
You've used that twice today, right?
Can you only use it once per day?
I don't know. How many times can you use it?
I think I can just use it whenever, right?
What is this?
Okay, cool.
Detect evil for
No, yeah, I just read it. You
It's
can.
at will.
Alright, so, you go to befriend one of the many centipedes crawling through this person's being.
Go on.
It fails.
Oh,
you mean it fails? A pass 20? Son of a bitch! I step on it.
You can't. It's on a person, and you are nauseous.
Step on the man.
Hemlock.
I can't even attack. Jesus.
No,
Christ.
you can't attack.
No standard actions while
I
you're
can't
nauseous.
walk with purpose.
We need to get you to a tree, honey.
Okay.
Fine, you know what? I throw up on it.
Throw up on him.
Tell me I can't do that.
That's an attack. Can't do it.
I love how petty you are now.
Now. Detect evil. You do not detect that 100 is evil. They have an object or two on them that radiates
Seems
evil,
like a nice
but they
guy.
themselves are not evil.
They just carry evil objects. It's totally a good guy. Or on our side, probably.
Well,
hello?
he might not be a good guy, but he's at least not evil.
Hemlock. I would appreciate it if you did not move the body of Kelmore.
Alright. Okay.
Excuse me, sir. Are you, centipedes? Is that what I'm seeing?
You should be on the way out of the city. Jorath is getting closer.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. This place is weird. Let's go.
They lay a hand on Brassica, and Brassica loses the nauseated condition.
I immediately
wriggling.
stomp.
They
on the
disappear.
centipede. Come on, man.
It's a
No!
wriggling. The hand is wriggling.
Yeah, you do feel that the centipedes don't want to touch you.
Well, I don't want to touch them either.
Yeah, really.
So you no longer nauseated
as
or
Brassica.
sickened.
Oh, I feel much better. What are we doing here again?
Leaving.
Oh,
The body of Kelmore is right beside you.
well, that is a most unfortunate situation. And I'll just kind of like close his eyes if no one else has done it. Say a little prayer.
No.
And
They have
What do
not.
you mean?
I mean, the eyes are still.
I was gonna say, I'm not nauseated. I can do shit.
No. I meant no. No one has closed the eyes.
Yeah, I'm closing his eyes. I'll say like a little prayer, and then I don't really know. My cantrips don't go for this very well, so I guess I'll just use create water and try to clean him a bit so he looks clean, as
Okay.
opposed to if he was a dirty.
All right, Brassica, we really don't have to time for this. Can we let go?
You kind of like try and splash some water on them. You get a little bit of the blood off their front, but you just kind of succeed in making them more wet underneath the rain.
Oh, it's raining.
It's been raining this whole time. Yes.
Well, then I guess I don't need more water.
Don't you remember, the game started with "It's a dark and stormy night."
It did.
My mistake.
The
my
based
mistake.
English
I
poet.
So
have
much
been-
so that Lauman has seen more water this night than in the entire rest of his life put together.
It's true.
Just wait till that water breaks. But
Thankfully, it means Hemlock has stayed very hydrated this whole time.
It's true.
all right,
Yeah.
and I'm just gonna try to clean his face a bit so he looks nice, or whatever comes next for him.
You
Close his eyes. and move on.
clean off the face. Yeah, you just kind of see a kind of sad-looking.
I
tiefling.
try to
Don't forget Dad.
make him smile a little bit.
That's not how. Okay, stop
Yeah,
it.
you're
We're
getting
leaving.
Weird. Just go.
All right. So the three of you, after letting Brassica defile this course for a moment, the three
If
of
you
you
start
leave.
petting, I will kill you when we meet.
No one wants to bury a corpse that's smiling. That's just creepy.
Just try to turn that frown upside down.
So the three of you walk away.
They're dead. They're dead. They have no reason to smile.
And you head towards the city gates. Correct?
Yes,
Alrighty, good.
as fast as possible.
Alright. So you guys head towards the city gates.
I'll in this walk, I'm gonna cast a good berry for the last time and just divvy out berries for anyone who needs them. If no one needs them, I'm just gonna pocket them.
Well, unlike you, I was not set on fire, so I don't need them.
But I know what person that will need them eventually.
So whatever.
They're very hurt.
Necessary.
Alright.
Considering I'm at 9 out of 23, if no one else wants them, I'll probably eat them. So,
Delicious.
Alright. Let's see who gets to the caravan first. It's a different number this time! Oh
so
my god!
wait, what are these tickets for? I didn't ask.
It's a caravan. You look down on it. In common is written Blake's Caravan.
Blake.
Yep.
My good buddy Blake. Wow.
Blake be with you.
yeah, can we pick any name but Blake because of Battletech lore? Please?
What's wrong with Blake?
A lot.
Blake be with you.
A lot.
What's Oh, is this that other show that I didn't watch?
Yes. take your pick of shows you didn't watch. But.
Also, I'm pretty sure Blake is older than you are.
Yeah, okay.
Like even just as an IP, I think it was written before you were born. So
yeah, I'm 25.
How about we just go with that wizarding movie with Nicolas Cage, where he is Balthazar Blake.
Mm-hmm.
Pronounce it Blackie instead.
His name is Blake.
Blackie.
Blackie. The Blackie caravan.
oh my god.
So with a quickness born out of wanting to get Brassica closer to trees, you take the fastest route you possibly can down through the city. Calder feeling the breath of Jorath behind you, and you arrive down at the city gates. You kind of look around, trying to remember the layout of the the huge walls. You remember that the caravanserai, the meeting place for caravans going in and out, is off to the west of the city, about a few hundred meters. You head that way, looking for the wagon that's labeled Blake's Caravan.
Blackies.
You arrive at Blake's Caravan and you see three people in a heated argument. You see...
Oh boy, it's gonna get wacky.
Actually, yeah, I like that better. A gnome, a mermaid, and another humanoid are gathered at the front of this entrance area, arguing with one another.
Real quick, are we in our hometown?
No, you are in the capital city of Nordschild. Your hometown is a little away.
Is this where I work?
This is where you work.
That's all I needed to know.
Hemlock, listen, it's one of your people.
What do you mean by
They
your
seem
people?
Very upset.
You know, the fish people, the fish with legs.
I don't know what
feel
you're
like
talking about.
That's
I'm
like
a human.
you calling me a tree. That's very offensive, Cap.
Are you not a tree?
No, I am not a tree. I can meld with a tree, but I am a physical breathing.
Like
Yeah,
River
says the girl that says I get nauseous if
River over the sound
over 24 hours.
Over the sound of Goratrix's and Bloop's argument, you hear another argument about race behind you.
What is?
Always pulling the race card, Brass.
Do I hear
what is
anything
happening?
about fish people?
Yeah.
So
Great. Now it's a 2 on everyone else.
when River hears that she is being referred to, generally merfolk being fish people, she kind of narrows her eyes and looks over her shoulder and glares at the direction that it came from.
Yes. You see, although you don't know them, you see Calder, Hemlock, and Brassica under the torchlight of this admittedly well-lit area.
Please go ahead and describe how awestruck you are by Brassica's.
She looks like she just got done throwing up.
And then how disturbed you are by Hemlock's crotch.
Nope, he's wearing clothes now.
No, I took those back when we left town.
His mannequin ass crotch.
You should be? Why'd you shoot
He's wearing a merkin.
I'm gonna
River
need to
turns
clean these
around
clothes.
and
A very large merkin.
nudges Goratrix and then points at the other group, kind of excitedly, because she sees another mer person.
What's up? What's going on there, River? What's up?
Listen, I wasn't done talking to you, pal.
Yeah, Bloop, I'm not done talking to you either, man. I'm kind of annoyed you didn't tell me I have a niece or nephew out there, and you still haven't told me which one. What's their name?
It's not your business. It's not your business. You
River
are-
abandons them as they continue to argue, and she approaches the other group.
Greetings, fellow water folk. How are you today? And who do you?
Where did River go?
Water.
I don't know. I don't know. I let her do her own thing nowadays.
Oh no, water
Yeah,
folk,
I
not
can
water
tell.
fuck.
Water fuck. Hello, water fuck.
Hey, you water fuck.
Now that's a slur. That is a slur.
So she approaches the group and she kind of has her hands clasped in front of her chest and she's like, "Hi, it's been so long since I've seen another merfolk."
I just look eagerly at Hemlock, but I don't say anything. I'm just doing the.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm a human.
Is this other merfolk wearing clothes?
Yes.
Yeah, she's been fully dressed the entire time.
See, Hemlock, I told you it's not weird for you to wear clothes.
I'm a human, first of all. Humans always wear stuff like this, right?
What, naked?
River looks very confused at why this person who is clearly a merfolk to her keeps saying they're a human.
I mean, I got the human skin, smooth. I got everything human has, right?
No.
She just kind of tilts her head at him and she's like, and then starts shaking her head and she's like, "No, I don't think so."
I got hair, I think.
You do have hair.
Merfolk don't have hair.
Good point, Hemlock. Keep it going.
At this
make
point,
a
River
perception
kind of
check.
looks at his companions and is like, "Is he in denial?"
River, what's going on? Who are your new friends?
Hemlock is, he's eccentric.
I've just learned that this one is Hemlock. But I don't know. I don't know the other two.
I told her this is Brassica. She's a dryad tree person.
Oh.
So offensive.
She's treeple.
She's a tree fuck.
Treeple.
If you say tree fuck, I'm putting your ass.
No, I don't say that part.
Kind of, she doesn't even think that this would be inappropriate, but she just kind of reaches out and like pats Brassica on the arm. She's like, "It's okay. I get called a fish all the time."
Did Bloop walk over here with me?
I like you're saying Bloop is still arguing with himself.
Hey, don't walk away from me.
Yeah. That boy?
Average commute, shut the fuck up.
Oh, okay. So, shame.
If you left our conversation, I would have probably seen what was going on.
You could have dropped a note as you went by.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just send that to me.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, just to note that I'm leaving is basically all I want to leave.
Okay, cool.
To my work.
Yeah.
That's
fine.
Okay.
I will be gone, apparently.
Leave of absence.
I'm going on a diplomatic mission.
A sabbatical.
I'm Gordrix, this is River, and that's Blue.
I'm on a diplomatic mission from Alderaan.
I don't know where he went, but the other one was Blue. Nice to meet you all.
It is a pleasure to meet your acquaintance. Goratrix, was it? My name is Brassica, and this is Cal, our leader.
I reached my hand out to you, Cal.
Perception, baby.
I will shake his hand.
Perception, baby.
He is Can I see that he is a
I was
ass?
wondering that same thing there. Yeah. Bill and I are on the same length right now.
Yeah.
What are you and Steel trying to do?
Can we notice that the other one is an Aasimar? I mean, he can see my lesion tattoo on my wrist. But
This is exactly
Well, I assume-
why they need the skill intimate instead of intimidate.
That's true. Well, if his face is not covered, I assume like aren't Aasimar like Jalek or fucking or some shit.
They, fuck. Sorry, tracking too many things. Aasimar, you would have to roll perception to see if you were to there Aasimar. Because he is showing his legion tattoos, you can assume that he is an Aasimar pretty safely. But vice versa is not true. Because you are hiding who and what you are. Bloop. 23 perception check to see if people are watching. There are 3 people inside the caravan asteroid that look like they are watching. And there is a man on a horse, a midget, and a man with wings that are approaching cautiously. Also, what looks to be like a...
You gotta hear that, bud.
Dog goat in a blanket. That is also nearby.
Dog, goat, enable.
I will, at this point, I'll walk up to the back of Gortrix and be like, I'll tap him on the back and it's like, we have company. We might want to keep it down.
Oh, there you are, Blue. Oh, okay. Sounds good.
Who are these people? Who are you?
I am doing the perception check to see if I notice the.
I'll point him out.
The Aasimar in front. No, the Aasimar in front of me.
Go ahead.
That's percussion, not that.
Yeah.
Didn't mean to do that
Yes.
one.
Oh shit.
No, that's percussion.
Oh,
I didn't mean to do that.
You really do a
We see
nice.
the best reenactment of drumline that we have ever seen.
It's crazy. He does it on the top of someone's head. Probably
Man,
mine.
you did Freebird
still
with
sounds
fucking
like a
ankle
drum set.
shakers. That's insane.
Oh great! This one's a crusty minstrel. Gross.
Okay.
about what
11.
was it?
He's a humanoid of some kind, not an elf.
Again, I ask, who are you people? And I'm looking up, and I assume at all of them.
Not all of them. The 3 that are approaching cautiously have not quite made it. They're probably.
Well, I'm at the 3. I'm at the 3
feet
with
back.
Gortrix. 3 with Gortrix is what I'm
Yep,
talking about.
they're all gathered.
Yeah, I'm looking up at them. Right, they're all taller than me.
So, other than
Hello, little boy. What's your name?
I'm pretty sure I'm probably older than your whatever you are.
Oh, ain't that cute?
Crusty looking.
He thinks he's people.
So other than the gaggle fuck of 6 squabbling people, is there anybody else here standing around here?
You can roll
Are they standing
perception,
next to the convoy?
Lauman.
I mean, I
Wow.
can, but we know that I'm bad at it. So.
Bueller.
Yeah, that's true. So you can roll perception if you'd like.
So would you like
14? Yes, there are 3 people who you recognize since this is the caravan you arrived here with. The caravan master Blake, the caravan owner Helga, and one of the guards are standing like beneath the awning of Blake's caravan, just kind of looking at this odd assortment of people that have gathered at the entrance to their little lot.
that place you burned down?
So yeah, I guess I'll look at Led and my friend Arian and say, I arrived here with this group. I'm surprised they're still here. They were fair and honest.
Yeah,
No,
the
you
third
need
is
to be
a
worried. I don't-
dwarf, Bruskel Stoneborn. But
So yeah, there's nothing to be concerned here. We just go straight there and negotiate transport. They're decent people. I don't know who those 6 are, but they're not part of the convoy.
I'm going to have taken my mask and other identifying marks off for the caravan. Yeah.
What do you look like?
Oh, well, in that case, I will.
I look like CIA.
Ew.
From Dark Knight Rises.
Right.
Where's really?
Can I do a?
No,
knowledge.
even you still wouldn't notice that he's Casimir. He doesn't have anything identifying on him.
Can I do a knowledge check to see if I know who Steele's character is?
What?
Knowledge Steele's character.
Can I figure out who Steele's character is?
I would think-
CIA?
Not from.
I think that's in the book, Modi.
Not from a 10-second conversation with him. You'd need a little bit more than just a guy. You
That's
don't
fine.
know.
He said.
I don't know,
He was like
Modi.
CIA,
Try
I wanna figure out
page
if he's
290.
No, the answer is no. You need more.
Okay.
No, you don't understand. CIA is my name.
Oh.
Yeah,
Are we,
I'm gonna cast light because I can cast
Lauman
spells and I
has-
can't see shit.
Oh, finally.
Lauman has every intention of leading his 2 traveling companions straight to the caravan folks to negotiate.
Alright, so you guys
Take it
pass.
right- I don't know who these 6 are. They're not part of the caravan, and they seem to be in their own little argument.
You guys pass this gaggle fuck.
I feel like when
Ariana leans
Vraska
over.
sees Arian,
Arion
she's got
looks
a
over
little
to
bit
his
of
buddy.
like, oh, so good.
Oh, I was just gonna make a joke.
Please.
Please, this is a really dreary stream. We need your help.
We see the naked fishman. He has no pants right now, right? Did he take them on or off?
Yeah.
Yeah, you made sure to strip before we got here.
No, you
Arion
stripped
just
me.
kinda-
You
Yeah.
stripped him. Let's be real here.
Yes.
You, for some reason, want the fishman naked.
I want my
Arion.
clothes back.
Arion
Sure.
hasn't seen this many strange, a Napoleonic and eclectic blend of people in such a while. But anyways, he leans over to his friend Lauman and says, "Hey, do you see that guy over there without the pants on?
Yeah.
He's naked." Chuckles and continues on.
I'm gonna lean over to Hemlock and say, "Is that a fucking centaur?
Wait, is that a centaur?
That's a fucking
I feel
centaur,
like
bro."
everybody in the group's eyes have fallen on Arian, and all of their heads are turning in unison as they watch him walk past.
That's a fucking centaur.
Holy fucking shit.
No fucking way.
Hey,
Arian has another joke, and he goes, "Lauman, I think I'm drawing a lot of attention. I would like to say that I'm probably the the main event."
And you hate it.
This all goes over Bloop's head. All he can see is horse legs, so he just thinks you're all talking about a horse.
Everything goes over your head because you're so short.
That's the joke I just
Talking
made.
about my friend that way.
Oh, that was out of character.
Well,
Don't talk about my friend that.
Okay.
so it seems like you might be, but I don't know who those people are. Maybe we should get closer to the caravan in case we need their guard to back us up.
You're right.
I don't want to get robbed out here with our brand new
You
acquaintances.
think River would
Right,
rob
you're right.
you?
I'll look
We're
at.
very
I'm gonna look at.
financially stable, and we should probably get inside.
Dang it! I look at Gortrex. I'll look at Gortrex and River. I'm gonna go see what this is about getting this ride we're supposed to be taking.
Think all these people are here to go on vacation?
So I walk over to the caravan leader.
Okay, so you all, as a group of 9, approach the 3 people. You can make sense motives checks if you.
I'm about to mug your asses.
I'm about to detect evil.
They all start freaking out.
Who are these people? Who are they?
Whoa, back up, buddy.
I need to back
Put on
up.
some pants.
I'm led.
How do I detect?
Sense motive.
Oh, Bloop is enthralled in something. No, Bloop is looking at Led, who is apparently a small person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, your full name is
Detect
Bloop
magic.
Noopler.
Detect evil.
Bloop
Okay.
Noopler Thunderchuck. Bloop Noopler Thunderchuck.
I don't know how to roll it.
Detect evil.
It's a skill. Sense motive.
No, you've already used detect evil. You're fine. You don't have to roll it. You're good.
Why is everybody looking so funny at everybody else?
Okay, cool.
Because we're all racist.
We're all freaks. Except me, of course.
Light use 1 second. Where's the sense motive checks start? 18, 20.
I failed, but don't worry about me.
Brass.
Blue failed.
No. That's good. We're gonna keep that. That's important to know. Detect magic.
Good job.
Sense motive skill 21. Okay.
I don't even know who you are.
Let's start with the detect magics. Brassico, you cast detect magic as you approach the caravanserai. The goat dog under the sheep glows magical. One of the the 3 people that you met first has some kind of magical item on them, secreted on their person. How far is that again? Range 60 feet. There are a few magic items in some of the wagons. That's what you learn. Detect evil.
When you say one of the first 3 people I met,
I mean, Goratrix has a magic item on him. Sorry.
No, you're good.
Detect evil, Arion, Hemlock. I have to read it again. Presence or absence of evil for 60 feet. Okay. Presence or absence of evil. The goat dog is evil as fuck.
Clearly. I've known that from the start.
Also, of random note, everybody who is a spellcaster would also detect as magical.
Yes. Okay. So everyone in this party is fucking magical. Sorry, didn't.
Well,
everyone's glowing around me.
But the paladins can't cast spells yet, so they would not detect as magical.
Yes, they can. At level 3.
Detect. Do you get spells at level 3? Paladins?
What's that?
5.
Do you have spells at level?
No, you get spells at level 4 as a paladin.
Oh, okay. So everyone except 2 people in this party fucking glow.
Cal, everyone's glowing.
Detect evil. The goat dog is evil. And something within one of the wagons glows evil. None of the people around you are evil enough for your detect evil to go off.
No. Evil enough.
No.
Sense motive, anyone that did not get a nat 1, did not pass. They just seem tense. Goratrix, Hemlock, Cal. These 3 were like having a fight as you arrive. You see the way they're standing. They're defensive towards you, but they're like, the way they're standing, they're all pissed at one another about something. And as you walked up, you kind of heard like hissed words from them. Nat 1. Bloop. These guys were about to fuck.
We really interrupted a good time for these.
All 3 of them?
Yeah.
I stopped Goratrix and River and I say, guys, I think we should play a song for these people. Something sexy and smooth. You know what I mean?
Play a song.
I think we should. You know, it's hot and heavy in here, and it's about to get hot and heavier if we play some music, if you know what I mean.
If you're playing music, it's not going to be sexy. It's going to be intense and
supposed to
like.
mean?
What are you talking about, Bloop?
You want them to fuck in front of you?
No. Wait, why are you listening to our conversation?
What do you want?
My 2 friends and I would like to purchase tickets.
And you watch as Cal, he's this older, Probably shorter human, a lot of, like a salt and pepper beard, gray hair. Looks up, he's like, Lauman!
Yes.
Lauman! And he goes out to shake your hand.
Well, it's good to see you haven't left yet, friend. I was really hoping that I would get the chance to travel with someone that I already know as well as you.
Oh, well, you know, sometimes you get held up in stupid fucking things. And he looks behind him at the two people behind him. So you're two friends, not...
Sorry for your fortune.
That's alright.
Oh, I don't know the rest of them. The my friend Arian here and Led and his pet.
They're gonna play us a song.
I don't know who the rest of those folks are.
Alright, well, the centaur looks like he could hold his own, huh? He's looking up at you, Arion.
We could get a little bit of a discount if you offer to help with the security of the caravan.
Arion puts his fists on his horse thigh front parts. And he says,
What would be his hips?
on his flanks.
My horse hips.
You mean your front hips?
My lower shoulders.
You guys need help?
panel.
I can help.
and he says, oh man, do I keep doing horse jokes?
If you use them all now, you're gonna run out.
It's true.
Well, we got 30 minutes left. That's fine. I can spare another. He goes, yes, it could be a real nightmare out there. I'll definitely help for a discount.
You know what? No discount. I know that Lauman is good. You look like you can hold your own. This is your son and his dog.
Hi.
Sure.
He's
Alright.
he's a child.
He definitely says dog pensively.
Coming with us.
Dog. The three of you can come. No problem.
Thank you, sir.
And I'll reach out to shake his hand.
He shakes your hand happily.
I hope your fortune turns around. Let me know if there's anything I can do.
You know what? It already has. Right, Helga? And the woman behind him, a little bit taller, kind of a little more portly set, long hair, goes, fine. Fine. If that's how you want to be, Blake.
Bloop sees this and then talking. Yeah, they definitely wanted to fuck.
So, Arian and Led, here, let's get out of their way. I'm sure he's got a lot to do. I'll show you the carts and how we can walk to protect.
Okay, take wagon 4.
Okay, yeah. I'll show you guys where you can drop your bags.
God, this lie is taking forever.
Oh, okay.
All right.
And
I'll take them to wagon 4.
All right, you take them to wagon 4. It's a regular wagon. 2 horses, 4 horses at the front for pulling.
But there's a covered portion, which means I can get the fuck out of the rain.
Yes, it is a travel wagon.
Yeah.
Who was next in line? Was it us or was it
whoever gets there first?
It was Bloop. Bloop gets to the line and he says, "One moment, please." Looks at Gortrek. This is your problem. Take care of this. Bloop's mad at Gortrek right now.
I couldn't tell.
Hey, you cut in line, you little shit.
Oh no.
River glares as he's called a little shit.
You watch as the dwarf, who was behind the caravan master and Helga, leans forward. You're gonna be wanting to watch your tone there, lad.
Oh,
yeah.
Pardon me, I didn't see you there. I'll just be quiet now.
Roll diplomacy.
Uh-oh.
Diplomacies.
You watch, he leans forward, he's got a maul that he's leaning on, and he goes, yeah, watch yourself. But he thought it was pretty fucking funny.
Gortrek, just tell him who we are.
Very diverse caravan.
Look, they're trying to get tax breaks.
Yeah, you are there. Okay, good. Ooh, I was scared. I thought we lost Gortrek. I thought he would catatonic again.
No.
Again.
He does that sometimes.
It's on occasion, just nothing there.
Explodes.
I'm on a job, but I got a message to deliver. And I'm supposed to just talk to Hilga. And secure travel from Blake.
Blake leans back. Helga leans forward. Yes, anything for our friends from the guild, Blake?
Are they the same person? Are they like...
No, Helga is a taller woman.
Tied together?
Portly woman.
Oh, okay. They're not.
And Blake is like a shorter, skinny, old man.
Two different pairs of legs. They're not conjoined.
They're not conjoined.
Okay.
Yes. Anything for our friends from the guild. If you'll just offer your payment to Blake.
Could we, in lieu of payment, could we are a trio here of bards. We could entertain for free.
Blake nods. Roll diplomacy.
That I can do.
Can I assist? Or how does that?
No, he doesn't want to hear more words out of your mouth.
Ugh, I knew it. Bards.
He's
There you go. That's an 18.
No.
God, Jesus Christ.
What's the agreed upon rate for the guild? 75 gold.
In cents.
And then Helga looks kind of like sad.
Guess you won't have any entertainment.
Okay, you to not play.
Deal. 75 gold.
Sorry.
I hand it over. Broke now, but I hand it over.
Alright. Blake takes your 75 gold. He makes a big show of counting it out, and then he hands it to the dwarf, who pockets it.
As he's counting, I just walk past him.
He lets you. With your nat 20 sense motive, or no, not that. No one got a nat 20 sense motive. With the...
Sorry, I had to go to the washroom, that's why I was like in and out for a second.
With the 26 that Goratrix rolled, Blake is doing that more of a fuck you to Helga than to
Yeah,
you.
I kind of figured that much.
I will walk past Blake and look at Miss Helga and say, Madam, I would love to play for you.
Well, thank you very much, Master. No. Please take Wagon 5.
And I head on to Wagon 5.
And
Okay.
the last of our group.
Team fucked hard.
Well then.
Hey, Gaudier, they don't require pants on these caravans, right?
I don't know, I'll ask.
Okay,
Team tree fishing cowboy.
The dwarf leans forward. Actually, we normally do.
I mean,
Fine.
do you see anything down there? Taking a gander?
He looks. That's not the point. You're gonna have to wear pants.
got any
looks
pants?
like a Ken doll.
We can find you pants.
It's
Wonderful.
fine. Here, take this fucking scholar's outfit again. You know what? Keep it this time.
What'd you do to it? What'd you do to this?
What do you mean, what did I do to it?
Why is it so sticky?
I assume you have payment for the
That's from your
caravan.
fucking fish excretions.
It'll be
Yes.
300 gold
Scales
for
all
the
over.
three of you.
Yes, indeed, my good sir. Here you go. Tickets.
Oh, and you hand over the 3 tickets, and then Briscoe like looks them over. And is like, yeah, all right. Fucking hands it to Blake. Blake looks them over. All right. Take. You're gonna be with the Wagon 4.
Okay. By the way,
Wagon 4, where the Burning Man would have wanted us to be after giving us those tickets, it just seems so local.
Roll diplomacy with -5.
Wow.
don't mind her. She is quite insane.
How do I add before I just click the die? How do you do the whole negative shit?
You click the die and then
situational bonus.
What did you say, Bad Boy?
I would have waited on you and Rick.
Oh yeah.
Blake puts the tickets in his coat. You're right. No, you're right. Absolutely. Wagon 5.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and cast Memory Lapse. Wipe his memory from the past 15 seconds
target.
and do it again.
So he has to make a will DC 17.
That's really strong.
That's also such a dick move.
Yeah, it really is. It's really strong.
Almost, well, I feel like you could say, what a waste of use, but no. Shit, that question mark, man.
You don't want to be in Wagon 5?
You really think I know the difference between 4 and 5? No, this is by principle.
This may allow a retry on a diplomacy, intimidator, or
This is to stick it to Modi for making him nauseated early.
Alright, so you can re-roll your diplomacy check. Still with the... What? You cause the target to forget what happened from the casting of the spell back to the beginning of its last turn. So that would be him taking the tickets. So...
And therefore, me not saying shit.
Right. Okay, so he'll be like... Wagon 4.
I'll take Wagon 4.
And then he's like going to put the tickets back in his pocket and they're already there. He's like, fuck. And then Bruskill...
Wagon 4 seems...
the dwarf is confused and Helga looks over confused. And he's like, what? What are you fucking looking at me for? Wagon 4.
Wagon, excellent choice. I think we'll be most happy there. Don't you think?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I like Wagon 4.
We leave an hour before first light.
Is there any way we could possibly get moving sooner than that?
First light, an hour before first light is in 2 hours. No. What's your hurry anyway?
Oh, well, I have an appointment to keep north of here, and I'm on a bit of a time crunch. I'd just really like to get there as soon as possible.
An hour this day is not going to buy you anything.
An hour is plenty of time.
You can roll diplomacy if you'd like.
And I'll back him up by saying, yeah, I need to see a tailor. I need a new pair of pants.
Yeah, this poor man, he lost his pants
You can also
in a horrible fire.
You can also roll diplomacy if you'd like.
Any idea how hard it is to find pants with a third leg?
You've seen the size of that fucking thing.
Alright, he doesn't get the +2, but Blake goes, fine. Bruskill, wake everyone up. Helga, fuck off somewhere. And he starts digging a bell. He's like, everybody up. We're leaving now.
Good. Very many thanks, my good man.
Oh, one of you has to drive Wagon 4. One of them has to drive Wagon 5. Pass it on.
Oh. Cal, are you good at...
I don't know, what skill is that?
That's right.
Handle animal?
No, it's ride.
Right.
I got a 0 in ride, but I'm
I got
trained
a
in it.
+4.
There you go.
Let me see. Look at that. I can ride for days.
Okay.
I'm only getting better.
Hemlock appears quite good at...
Not me.
So you guys...
going on right now?
-1! I guess you can't ride yourself.
I do believe that the centaur is going in reverse.
So, Wagon 4 denizens. Unfortunately, it's not big enough for a centaur. But there is a little shelf that comes out so that you and the rest of the horses can be dry.
The rest of the horses? Wow. Wow.
You two are gonna flag this video, you racist. No, I'm kidding.
I mean, you guys... Anyway.
Yeah, I'm putting down my little modest travel bag in the back where it's dry and I hear
not,
the bells and I'm... This is a little early.
It's not a great wagon. It's not awful. It's dry is the most important part. It's got 4 beds and a cot that comes down on the floor. It's got a spot for 2 people to ride up front, and it's got 4 decent horses to pull. Wagon.
So you said there was 4 beds on the sides and 1 like cot thing in the middle?
Yeah.
Hey, Led, do you want do you want a top bunk or a bottom bunk?
I want the top bunk.
Okay.
He's getting more and more childlike every time he talks.
Just put your bag up here, and this will be yours. And I'll sleep right here, right underneath you.
Trapped in the wagon, you notice Carbuncle has a sulfur smell.
Please tell me.
Didn't somebody say someone needs to drive? I'm pretty good at driving a cart.
Well, let's I suppose leaving now is a little strange. Let's give a couple minutes and see if anybody else is going to be riding in here with us. And then we'll figure out.
Wagon.
Okay. If nobody else is good at it, you and I can ride up front together, and we'll take this out.
Okay.
Wagon 5 crew. There's a hole in the roof. There's 2 spots for beds. The rest is filled up with cargo. Your blankets are rotten, and there are no pillows.
Best use of white memory ever.
Good job, Brassica.
The horses are...
What would we do without you?
They look to be almost shot, the horses. Like, they're almost done.
That is Squad 1's cart.
Yeah.
It's Squad 1. Suck it!
Yeah, I'll wait a minute or 2 to see if anybody else is putting bags in here.
Sage, you can actually roll... Sorry, Arion, you can actually roll your profession, if you'd like.
Roll 9.
Is it...
Profession horse.
It's beyond handle animal, or is it... Where do I find that?
Well, you can roll handle animal, or you can roll your profession stable master.
It is profession horse.
Wait a minute. How the hell are you the stable master when you're the horse?
What kind of topsy-turvy world is this?
You start talking to the horses, like patting them, getting them used to you. They seem to be confused. They don't seem like they've interacted with Centaur much.
Why is this horse patting me?
But you manage to convince them that you're a friend, and they seem pretty nice.
So I'm reading here on skills. Speak is a roll of 25, so I'm going to kind of start conversing with them. Do they understand simple yes, no's, maybe counting?
They know the counting trick.
Okay.
They do advanced arithmetic.
Getting to know the horses. He's reading handle animal.
He's reading going, where the fuck is he talking about that 25 thing?
Where the fuck is he saying speak?
That's exactly what he's looking up.
Isn't that to
skill unlock?
Isn't that to train an animal?
No, I mean... Is it?
How to train your horse.
That might be that advanced thing I asked about.
How to train your horse.
Going to page 215.
Anyway, moving on.
Have your fun with your talking horse.
Who is going to
There's
be
a lot you can do with this.
riding? Who's going to be driving the wagon for Wagon 4?
Oh,
it's me, of course.
That is handle animal unchained.
Yeah. Oh, unchained? Didn't ask. Don't care.
You can do lots of stuff with this, but not quite that. But you can definitely get them to like follow your basic commands and stuff. You can just show up there with a 25 and be like, and trained. Cool. Moving on.
And start breeding and sell your offspring. Give me the problem.
Handle animal DC 25. Push an animal. Push an animal. To push an animal means you can get it to perform tasks or tricks. It doesn't know, but its physical, capabilities, it can do it. Okay. So does that mean I can just be like, come with me, horses, follow me?
I mean,
it's just that like you can get it to do stuff that it doesn't know that it can do. It doesn't mean you can talk philosophy with it.
Just attach yourself to the wagon and drive it personally.
There needs to be 4 horses.
There's 4
to
horses.
carry the wagon.
Well, you can be one of the horses. I'm sure they'll follow your lead.
The lead musher.
So, who is driving?
They're like sheep, right?
Who is driving Wagon 4?
Cal is the lead.
Lead and I are going to sit up on the bench. And Arian can't fit in the cart, so I guess you can walk with us. And we've already claimed our beds inside the back.
Seeing how we're also in cart number 4, I will be pushing Cal as our group's leader. Therefore, restart another round of argument. Let's start the persuasion. Go.
We're in cart number 4? I thought we were in cart number 5.
No.
No. My whole white memory thing was to keep us out of that 5 plebeian shit.
Okay. Alright, that's good. Yes, I will not be driving.
So I guess the 3 of you are coming over to our cart.
After all that, I just promoted you to be the driver, and you go.
Well, I mean, I only have a plus, 4?
4.
Is that the best that anyone here has?
No.
Wait,
no, it's definitely not.
So
that's meta as shit, man. You're our group's leader. I'm promoting you.
Well, Led said he wanted to do it, and I'm pretty good at it, and Arian is talking to the horses, so you guys can try to talk to Lauman about it.
I mean, it doesn't... Look, it doesn't really matter who drives the cart. We're all going the same place anyway. If these losers want to fucking spend all night driving and getting themselves tired, that's fine with me. Plus, that little kid kind of creeps me out.
We're gonna drive both carts then? Doesn't Wagon 5 need
I'm Ned.
its own driver?
Wagon 5 does need its own driver.
And thankfully, there's 3 people stuck in there to drive it.
With only 2 beds.
Only 2 beds. There's some floor space.
Oh, I thought they were also... Okay.
No, Wagon 5. If you missed the description for Wagon 5, I'll gladly give it to you again. It has a hole in the roof. It has 2 bed spaces. The rest of it is filled with storage.
It's the Detroit cart.
But when you were giving them their number, I thought Dryka and all of them were with us.
Well, you missed some stuff, silly.
Dryka.
And then somebody said, "You know what? I didn't say that. You're not upset."
He did a Jedi mind trick on him.
He did.
Well, welcome to Wagon 4. My name's
Look, it's the fucking centaur again.
Holy shit, is that a centaur?
No
He's on good a horse centaur.
It's a centaur.
I will also say that Lauman is a tiefling with wings coming out of his back.
That's not that special. But that fucking centaur, though.
Oh, that fucking centaur.
That centaur, bro. Holy shit.
Yeah, we've put bags up in the back already. There's still 2 more beds on one side and a cot available. You want to just go ahead and drop your bags? I guess we're leaving early.
Yes, leaving ASAP.
I feel like
we're being talked down to.
Like we
and
just
that's
showed up.
Horseman.
Yeah, we're leaving early.
Greetings. That's all I say.
Horseman, do you have to walk? You
Yes.
just have to walk the whole way?
Isn't that the same guy you've been talking to like the whole time? You're now asking.
It's okay. I have 4 legs, so it's not so bad.
Just now thought of it.
Carbuncle
Sorry.
nuzzles your hand to make you feel better.
Oh, that's true. Carbuncle.
Oh shit, I'm just now going through this and reading this. I didn't even need a torch. I could have just been like, dark vision. I can see perfectly in the dark. Well, fuck me.
Yeah.
Up to
That's
60
why.
Yeah.
That's why I don't have a torch.
60 feet of dark vision is pretty rad.
Silly man.
Brassica, what are you trying to do?
I would like to make Carbuncle like me one step closer. My description.
Why do centaurs have dark vision?
Hold on, I actually have to do the roll.
I don't know.
If it's not human, it probably has dark vision.
What the fuck?
You have low light vision.
I'm not human and I don't have dark vision.
Okay, well, fine.
You have a -4 penalty to this.
Theory debunked.
Nate, no, you did
I'm
say
pacing
probably. You said
really
probably.
Minus
So it's
4.
not.
Yep.
I still feel like that's pretty good. There we go.
Okay, Carbuncle sniffs your hand and then licks you. The tongue that comes out is purplish and green and yellow, and it wraps around your hand in like a tentacle-like way, and then swings back out into the mouth. And then the second tongue from a different point on its head comes out,
and licks you like a normal tongue, but it's got like a spike underneath it.
He likes you!
And then it goes back into his mouth.
Any sort of recollection of what the fuck this is?
Give me a nature check.
Is it actually an animal?
What are you?
Nature 15? Yeah. As far as you're aware, that shit don't exist.
That ain't real.
You are a most interesting creature indeed. I cannot wait for this long journey for us to learn more about each other. My name is Brassica.
And as you guys are doing that, Wagon 5, who is driving?
I mean, I have ride. I can.
Alrighty.
I don't have ride.
River, do you have a ride? Do you want to drive? River? River!
She's dead.
Alright, Cortex, you're driving. And with a few more shouts and some grumpy kind of grumbling, the wagon starts trundling on its way. People are throwing out things, untying ropes. And probably about half an hour after the first bell went off, Blake's caravan begins to move out of the city. Are any of Calder's group outside?
No.
Only if Carbuncle is.
Carbuncle is on the roof of the wagon because Lead and Lauman
Okay, then
are
I guess I am too.
Okay,
I wasn't expecting that.
You're on the roof?
If that's where Carbuncle is.
Alright,
yeah.
So I would say, well,
Brassica,
yeah,
we may be wanted for that whole fire thing, and all, but they don't know.
As you say that, kind of from the door leading up as the wagon moves, Brassica, you look over, and in wagon 3, the door kind of swings open, and you see two familiar-looking prostitutes, and they just kind of point at you, and that's where we're going to end the session.
And they're going to say, thank you for saving our life.
Yeah, really, they better.
it's the tree that killed Becky.
Who knows? It's the tree that killed Becky.
And if they don't, Hemlock's going to give them what for?
I'm gonna whack him.
I'm gonna punch that prostitute in the face.
Yeah, I'm gonna put one of them to sleep, and then Hemlock will kill the other.
Oh my god!
There you go, Steel. We went all the way to the end, even though we started an hour and a half late.
Wowie.
We're not fugitives. We don't have to slink around anymore.
Yep. Alright, so you guys just walk on. You all kind of know the way. Kelmore points for you, and you take off into the night.
Well, like that meme, Ugandan Knuckles. A good one, Modi.
What?
That was a good reference.
Good reference. Modi, good reference.
Good reference,
What the fuck are you talking
That was pretty funny.
Modi, and even if you didn't make the reference, you just thought it'd smile like you did.
That was funny. Hey, Modi, when you put it, when you put this on YouTube, put a Ugandan Knuckles graphic right on the screen, like have it fill the screen.
I'll kill myself.
Do you know the way?
Follow your advice.